Hey, we should host another group build sponsored by the podcast.
Sure, but it needs to be a race car this time.
Yeah, something that can race on asphalt or dirt.
And night and different types of weather. That would be pretty cool.
And can fly.
Wait, what?
What you talking about, BG?
Hey, I got it. Rally cars.
Yes.
What date should we run the build for?
How about January 31st? It can start and go to December 31st. That's a good amount of time.
Sure, I can work with that.
Okay, but I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about the defying gravity thing. I haven't had much luck in that lately.
Join the Scale Model Car Podcast 2025 Rally Cool Rally Car group build and build that rally car model kit that's been sitting on your shelf ever since you brought it home from the hobby store and said, I'm gonna build that one day, because now is your chance.
How's it going, all you scale model car junkies out there? Welcome to the Scale Model Car Podcast with your hosts, BG, Chuck, Luka, and Jason.
Hello and welcome to episode 37 of the Scale Model Car Podcast. This is your friend, Mr. BG, along with your hosts from the far side of the valley, Mr. Chuck from Chuck's Hobby Spot.
Howdy.
From the other side of the country, Jason from the Blue Ox Model Shop.
Hi, everybody.
And from the mid 1980s, Luka Headroom.
Let's hope not this time. Hello, everyone.
And viewers on our YouTube channel might notice we have a couple of extra wheels on our model car today. Please welcome George Ramos from Vision 124 and Ricky Wallace Jr., who is the creator of the Cars and Coffee Show that we're going to be talking about here in just a moment. So welcome, fellas. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So let's get on really quickly to our roundtable. This is going to include all of us, all six of us. And we're going to go ahead and start with Mr. Chuck. What have you got going on your bench and or channel, Mr. Chuck?
Well, my bench, I've been working on the small scales, the Memorial Mike Alvarez build we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got it painted.
I have the Vet painted. I have the Lancia done. That's really what I've been working on. I mean, I'm 3D printing a hush hush project, but can't talk
I didn't
about
want to
that
hear
here.
about it anyway.
Like
I don't want Matt knowing about it. That's about it. I mean,
I don't care what you're printing, Chuck, but I need 5 of those.
well, that'll take a long time. That's a 48-hour print.
Wow. Okay.
Holy cow.
Have you added more fluid to your printer yet?
I am. After this podcast is over, I think I'm gonna have to add a little bit.
Okay. Chuck's gonna run off with a bottle of resin here any second.
Yeah.
Glug. Cool, man. I'm right there with you on that small scale stuff. All right, let's go to Mr. George. George, what have you got going on your bench, sir?
Well, I just finished a Honda Civic race car for the Model Cars and Coffee Show. I did a buddy build with one of our members. He's actually my brother-in-law too. So that was fun. And right now, currently, I'm working on a Corvair for the SoCal Open. So some of my buddies over there, they asked me if I want to join in, and they didn't really make an announcement. They just kind of, hey, a couple of us, I guess 1 or 2 of them wanted to do a Corvair. So they just kept inviting people, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll join in. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, let me see if you guys can see it. Can you guys see it?
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Slammed.
Yeah, he's got
slam.
George. You got really, really, really good taste.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of want to go with this, not really lowrider style, but kind of more like a really clean, like I don't know, like if it like a European kind of old school.
Would they have called that the bedrock style back in the day?
I'm
Kinda
not sure. but-
stance, like a stance version, or
Yeah, so I just kind of want, really shiny build. I don't really want to see what colors or anything. I kind of just want to unveil it at the show. So,
Well, if you're going to the
just mainly
SoCal
gonna
Open,
have a lot of chrome in it, and I changed the seats. I wanted to look a little more modern.
yeah.
So
Yeah. Nice.
that's what I'm working on now. This is the Civic that I worked on. Here's another Corvair. I don't know if you can see it.
That's awesome.
You
Yeah.
got you got more Corvairs getting built than I do, and I have like 10 of them.
This is a couple of other projects. You guys know that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
So
love
this is
everything on your
another one
page.
that I'm working on, and this is a Samurai that I'm working on as well. So I got a lot of stuff going on, but
That's good.
right now my focus is to get that Corvair done because I don't want to be the only guy that didn't finish mine. So
that
I,
you make
I
me
let
want to
this
build
one.
a Corvair.
Yeah, me
Right?
too. So
You
you're
know
going to the
what?
SoCal Open?
Yeah, that's for SoCal Open, so I got to get going.
So
on
we
it.
get to see that, Chuck.
Yes, we
Oh,
do.
Chuck, I'm gonna see you over there. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. Did you go there last year?
I went the year before last.
I was there last year.
Yeah,
I was the year
think I
before
missed
that.
last year.
That's a show that
Yeah.
I need to get to.
It's a
I need
to
great
go.
show, guys. That's a great show. And outside
It is
they have
real car
a
show.
real car show outside with plenty of hot rods, a lot of muscle cars. Oh man, it's. I really really recommend that show to anyone
Yeah.
if they want to go over there.
They had
Yeah,
some
so-
two really nice Zephyrs there last year.
Oh,
Oh man, they were
a little bit of
beautiful.
everything. Last time I went, man, I'm a Chevelle guy, so I there was a lot of nice Chevelles. I was in love. It was a lot of great weather. It was awesome. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm working on. And I'm not a Corvair guy, but when I started mocking things up, I was like, yeah, this is my style. I like to build a lot of cars slammed to the ground, but tastefully done. I just, I do camber some of my cars, like my imports and stuff, but there's a limit. If it looks too crazy, then to me, I'm like, no. I like to kind of make it tasteful at the end of the day. So
Right.
that's why I try
I
to
like how
build
you
clean
plan
and stuff,
Mm.
So
Oh, interesting side note. The original 1961 through 64 Corvairs had 13-inch wheels on them, and then they got fancy for 65 through 69 and went to a 14-inch wheel.
yeah.
So you have the right size wheels on that.
Yeah, and you know what? I wanted to do 61 through that, but you could get at with a promo and stuff. But man, they're fetching a lot of money for those.
Oh yeah, I'd rather just buy a real Corvair.
Oh man, like, so I got this one, and I said, nah, I'm gonna rock with this one. So
Right on.
I'm
You know
glad
what's
I
really
did because I'm happy how it's coming out so far.
right on. You know what's really sad is the promo model kit has just as many parts as those original Corvairs too.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, yeah. The bottoms are held on with one screw, front and rear. That's it.
Oh,
George,
my gosh.
Simpler.
Yeah.
It's a
You
lot
probably
simpler back then.
can't. You
What's
probably
up,
can't
Matt?
know it. Right here, up on that
Uh-huh.
shelf, there's a 64 Corvair sitting there.
Really?
I've owned that for one purpose, and one purpose is to drop it in some rubber and make a resin kit out of it. So
Oh
it'll
yeah,
happen.
yeah. Oh
It'll
yeah.
happen.
I still wanna build the first version of it too, the 61 through 64. So eventually I'll bump into one at a show that's reasonable price. So I
Yeah.
wanna build a custom out of that. So
Right on. Right on.
mhm.
All right,
But
cool.
you guys
Thanks.
are gonna see a lot of different ones at that show, so that'll be
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
I'm
We're gonna get-
surprised-
Chuck or Brian, if you got any Corvairs, bring them if you want.
Oh
we
my
can
gosh!
put 'em
See,
on that
I'm
table.
surprised.
Brian,
Art-
we're gonna get beat. We're gonna get beat really bad.
We're gonna get handily trounced. So, what's funny is Chuck's like making a joke about that, right? And I'm like, yeah, well, that's new to you, Chuck, but it's not new to some of us. So anyway, we'll be down there. We'll be down at the bottom of the pile like John McClane. Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool. Thank you very much for sharing, George. Let's go over to Mr. Blue Ox. Jason, what have you got going on your bench, sir?
I started the Stranger Things Blazer, but I haven't gotten very far on it. I've just gotten like the wheels and tires done.
Which version are you building?
I'm going to build my version.
Yeah. I was wondering if you can do the right side or the upside down version. That's a joke from the show. Moving on.
No, but that's a good idea because you could really.
I got it.
You could really weather it and make it look like the upside down version.
Exactly.
Man, okay, neither of those. It's gonna be lifted. You know, I'm going with a basic black paint job. I've been spending most of my week getting the big Jeep out and ready to drive.
It's that time of year.
That time of year. Plus my boss, who doesn't listen to this, so I can call him a jerk because he's in the Bahamas and I've been filling in for him, which means I've been working until like 6 o'clock every night. So
what's his email? I'm gonna send him a link.
Yeah.
Yeah, send him a link.
Doesn't your wife listen to the show?
My wife?
That's your boss, isn't it?
Oh no, my other boss. Yeah, not the real boss.
She's a jerk. I'm gonna tell her.
Yeah.
She's also sitting right across the hallway. So if you saw something come winging in, you know she heard that.
I was gonna say she's out meandering around in the living room. She probably heard me. So this might be my last podcast, guys.
It was nice knowing you. Bye.
Right.
Make sure she send us an invite to the funeral.
Yeah, can I have
you guys, because it happened today, you guys get first pick of my kits.
Can I have Hot
Thank
Wheels?
you.
I call Hot Wheels.
Yeah, that's about it, really, up here.
Hey, Jason, what do you think about that kit? I gotta get it. It's a new tool, right?
It is a new tool, and it's really nice.
Okay.
The only thing that I could complain about if I wanted to is the floor pan. It's got a separate frame and all that you assemble. It's like multi-piece, but the floor pan, this piece right here, has got a nice little warp to it.
Oh, it does. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
That could just be my kit. It could. I'm not saying they're all like that, but otherwise, it's beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta pick
I
that
can
one
see
up.
that warp from here.
Yeah, dude. It's
And that's 2,000 miles away.
I know.
2,000 mile warp.
I know people were complaining that doesn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I know people were complaining that the top doesn't come off. That it's molded to the body.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
it's
a little
just it's not separate. Okay.
No.
It's not separate.
No.
Yeah, but you know what, the AMT Crew Chief kit that comes with the top molded separately, and there's no end of trouble with that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm glad they brought that one out that Jason's working on, because I have that one that you're talking about, and I was like, oof, this one's gonna be it's gonna be not fun to get that one to You built that one before, BG?
Oh, the Crew Chief?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done.
Oh, you're talking about the Blazer? Oh, the Crew Chief Blazer, right?
Yeah,
I have that one too. I started that one, but didn't get far in it.
Yeah.
What did you think about it because of the cover? It just didn't want to it didn't want to stay.
I would jokingly say that if somebody gave you that kit, that's a person you can cross off your Christmas card list.
Oh man!
Tell us how you really feel, BG.
Really? Yeah. No. George, you know Jeff Ciancanelli, Mr. Ferret Farmer, right? Yeah. He hated that kit with a passion, right? And like all of us sent him one. So he got like 5 of them.
That's right. That's right.
And then he got one in the mail one day from AMT.
No.
Round 2 sent him one.
Right.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah. This kit is nice, George. It's so the other Blazer that was available to us before was the pulled pork, right? It's like a pulling truck. You can put a lot of work into making that Blazer a Blazer, but it's 1/24 scale. The detail's not that good. This kit is a definite step up, for sure. And like I said, I'll set a book on it. Maybe it'll flash it out. It's in the grand scheme of things, dealing with a warped floor pan is Not that bad.
You'd
Right,
be real
exactly.
surprised about this newer styrene that they're using, because I believe if that styrene is what I think it is that they're using, it's called high impact styrene, and it actually doesn't have memory. So if you twist that without heating or anything, you can twist it and it'll stay.
Oh,
You can
really?
Really?
Yeah, you can manipulate it yourself and get it straightened out, and it'll stay because it doesn't keep its memory.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice. So no more twisting it, holding it in boiling hot water, and then running it under cold water, hoping it'll stay in.
Yeah.
Kind of like you, Matt, huh? Your old memory doesn't keep it.
Who is that? I don't remember who that is.
What 19 minutes in, and there it is, Chuck. Shots fired. All right, cool. Thank you for sharing, Jason. And I wish you every bit of luck with that frame. Let us know if you are able to sort that out, because that would be good to know. And now I kind of want that kit, because I didn't realize it was that new of a tooling.
Oh, it's beautiful. The engine detail alone is crazy. I mean, everything is molded separately. It's a nice kit.
I thought it was going to be a repop of the Snap Kit Blazer that came out like in the 1980s or whatever it was.
No.
Yeah. Surf.
That's what I thought it first too.
Surf Patrol or whatever it was the most recent. Anyway,
yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Now let's go over to Ricky. Sir, what have you got on your bench right now?
Right now I just have a couple of builds that I finished a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in recovery from the show, so I had to take a little break because I actually made 2 vehicles specifically for the show. One to raffle off, and then one to actually take the shows. That show and then the other shows.
Wait. Let's just back up the truck a little bit here. You said you built one to raffle off?
Yes.
Really?
I mean, I don't know if you've heard of. Yeah, it was a postal truck that's called Twin Snail Mail that I had seen on YouTube that has a twin turbo LS in it.
Whoa,
and
nice!
I saw it and it was just so cool. And I actually had to do something a little different outside of my comfort zone by adding rust to it.
Yeah,
and I mean, it came out so cool that it was kind of hard to want to let it go when it was done.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it was definitely worth it.
So I can't believe you actually built something to raffle. That is so cool. I don't think I've ever heard of somebody doing that before. Have you guys heard anybody doing that before for a show?
No, I sure haven't.
Wow,
that's cool.
Yeah. As far as us are concerned, that's groundbreaking.
Hey, let me just because Ricky's a very modest person. One thing about Ricky, his builds are very unique. You're gonna see something that really nobody really does, because a lot of his stuff is scratch built, guys. I mean, even like he'll just, let's just say he'll take the front of a van and chop it up and then make a box truck out of it, and the rest of it's all scratch built.
Wow.
Ricky's very
That's
talented.
cool.
Thank you.
Ricky is very talented scratch building. I mean, right, Ricky. Sorry to steal your moment, but Ricky, we made a diorama one time, a shopping mall, and then Ricky built this for that show, and then he gifted it to us after the show. So I'm gonna show you guys what he built. You guys see that?
Did you scratch build that?
It's scratch built, guys. Scratch built UPS truck.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
it's scratch built, guys. The wheels and tires aren't, obviously, but all of this is scratch built. Look at that.
Holy cow.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Scratch built, guys. This is all styrene.
Holy cow.
If you slide this open, let me get a knife. Hold on one second.
I think I got a new favorite scratch builder now.
Right?
I tell you, Ricky's super talented. Let me try to be careful here.
Has it got a hidden drawer?
It has this hidden drawer. It has a air ride stuff in there. I don't know if I can. I mean,
George,
it's
tell you what, why don't you send us some pictures of that later on? Maybe we can add them into the video.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's got speakers in it, race seats. I mean, guys, this guy, he builds crazy. This is scratch built, guys. Look at this.
Does the door roll up in the back too?
It rolls up.
Oh my god!
Yes, guys, look. This is scratch built. Look.
Wow.
So I used to
Rolls up
load
and
those
down.
trucks when I worked at UPS.
All right, I quit.
Bye.
Look, guys, look. Posable suspension and all.
You ruined it for
Hey.
me.
That's
Yeah, so
Wow.
guys, I mean, Ricky just says, "Oh, I just built this," but guys, it's mind blowing, and he's
Yeah,
very
Chuck,
talented. We're proud
crazy.
to have him
Chuck,
at our club.
I got to check out a couple of his builds up close when I was in Atlanta. The Winnebago, and
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Wow.
that Winnebago was cool.
That made it into the magazines, right?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was in the magazine. One of
Right.
them.
it was. You got photograph of Model Car magazine, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But Ricky, if you could just show them that that new
Tool truck.
money truck.
Oh, the money
Yeah.
truck.
So this one here started out as I used the front end from a toy, and then I made the rest of the truck.
yeah.
Dang.
Blows my mind, bro.
Lower
And-
a little bit, Ricky.
Holy cow, dude.
That's spectacular.
The on the inside, I wanted to make this into like a 90s style audio competition vehicle. So it has
Yeah.
16 subwoofers in the back.
Oh my god. It's gonna sound like my neighbor's car.
And then here I have my tool truck.
Dang, dude.
Tell them what you
I've seen
how you
that.
did that.
Does that say Rick's a tool?
That's-
Yeah, it says Rick the Tool.
I love it. Oh, that's
Yeah.
great, dude.
And
I mean, flip up front and everything, guys. It's
You got me like thinking now. I mean, man, you make our imaginations go, dude.
Oh
Yeah.
Rick,
Yeah.
you got
Absolutely.
Chuck thinking. That's a lot of.
I would never have thought of making an armored car look like it was rolling dirty. I mean, that's cool.
that
I
is
mean-
cool.
At the
And
same
you
time,
s-
like, do you want an armored car to look like it's rolling dirty? I don't know.
So you scratch built the back of that tool truck too, right?
yes, that cab came from a guy in Binghamton, New York named Tim Sherman.
Uh-huh.
The cab came from him, and then I scratch built everything else.
Wow.
It was originally going to be a snap-on truck, but then my vinyl guy came up with this funny idea to put Rick's A tool, Rick's A plus tool on, as a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would love to see what you could do with like a fire truck.
I thought about using a fire truck cab and making like a ramp truck or something. I just saw somebody with one, and that would be really cool to use it like an old LaFrance, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Exactly.
guys, let me tell you, it's just mind blowing. Brian, you saw the bus that he did, the ramp truck bus,
Mhm.
and the short bus. I mean, it's just mind blowing. Like I said, we love this guy. He's super modest, but let me tell you, super talented, and we're proud to have him on the club. And he inspires us. He always blows our mind every time we do a barbecue. And the thing is, our rule is build something. Sometimes we pick a specific kid, and everybody builds it a certain way, and then everybody's pretty much waiting for Ricky to see what Ricky does with his,
Right?
And yeah, he always steals the show, and we love it. We always
That's
can't wait
awesome.
to see what he comes up with. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
to be
nobody ever wants
scratch
to go
building
before.
that. And to be scratch building that is just perfect.
So
Yeah.
what state are you guys in right now?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I'm in Jersey. I'm in Jersey.
I'm in a state of awe.
And I'm in a state of confusion.
Right. No, guys, I mean, like I said, I figure let me just say, show these guys really what Ricky's about, because I tell you, he's very talented, and like he never he doesn't build to compete. He just likes to have fun, and basically the stuff he builds is mind blowing, and it's a lot of fun. So I like to pick his brain too, because me and him are very similar in ideas, and he's gonna help me with a box truck that I want to do, a funny box truck. So
Right on.
in the future.
Can't wait to see that one.
Right.
How often do you guys think you'll get down to Acme?
That's a show that
So I've been going
like
for maybe like the last 8 years. But Ricky, I took him 3 years ago, Ricky?
I think this will be my 4th one, I believe.
Right. So so 3 years ago when he brought the Winnebago was his first year, and then he was amped up. He said, I'm coming back.
Well, he killed me.
So, correct me
He
if I'm
got an
wrong.
award.
Didn't that Winnebago win a top 10 at Acme?
Yes.
Yeah, if you were there, you almost saw me pass out.
What? Wow.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's cool.
George,
big.
have you ever
Yeah.
placed there?
Yes, it's funny, the Herbie won best of show there, believe it or
I
not.
thought that thing won something there.
Yeah.
It won best in show. Everyone loved that bug. And let me tell you, I like I said, I don't build to win awards, but when you win a top 10 there, you just know that you hit it out the park at least.
Accomplishment for sure.
Yeah.
So,
What was really
I
cool
mean,
was seeing that bug in person, and then George had actually, I mean, this is what endeared me to George for forever, but he contacted me, goes, which of these two colors do you think are right for Herbie? And I'm like, well, it depends. Do you want a screen version or do you want the TV version color scheme? He's like, there's a difference. I'm like, oh, there's a difference. Yeah, it's like generally orange, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
So then he picked a color, and then when they call him up on stage, I'm in the back going, I collaborated on it with him.
I almost painted it.
Yeah. I'm making this about me now. Yay.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I ended up with a bunch of different grades, because I remember everybody say it's called a certain white for the car or something, and I like,
it's moonbeam white.
I only remember it like a light gray or grayish beige. That's all I remember. So I just went. I like Tamiya paint, so spray cans. So I just started buying all the light grays and everything, and I ended up with one of those aircraft cans from Tamiya. It's actually light gray, but it's probably a military specific for one of those. And I picked one of those colors, and after that cleared out, I said, yeah, this is it. And everybody likes the color, and it was. I didn't honestly, guys. I love the build, and I didn't expect it to get as much attention as it did, but I was proud of it because every time I went around, put it down. Every time I went back, there was always a crowd around, looking at it close and everything. I was like, man, that was cool, So
one of the coolest paint jobs I ever did was with that Tamiya, a military Tamiya in a spray can.
Right.
Some of those colors are cool, and then you gloss over them; they're just awesome.
Right? Yeah, because you shoot them, they're flat, but man, when you clear them, it's a totally different. Yeah,
it's something about them.
I love using those for like
old school looking.
Old school, yeah, absolutely. I have a few cans, and I think about building like a 30s kit, or like even like a 40s, 50s. Something with fat fenders, and those colors really, resonate with those kind of builds.
I used a Mr. Color, Mr. Hobby Gundam color for a 32 Ford and cleared it and everything. And then most of my comments were like, where did you get that color?
Yeah, it was a nice color.
You won't believe me. They're like, what? I said, it's a Gundam color. What the hell is that?
And that's almost like a military type, like what would come in that Tamiya can.
Right.
Yeah, that the skyline I just did was German gray, a Tamiya AS color.
Yeah.
That's what that was. That Herbie, one of those AS light gray colors. Yep.
Ooh, it wasn't AS-17, was it?
I got a bunch of those.
Good question.
I don't remember, but
that green 55 Chevy that I did, that truck, that was one of them Tamiya colors.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful color.
Thanks.
Beautiful. We've lost BG.
No, he rolled over to the Tamiya rack.
He fell and he can't get up.
Hi, I'm back. Let's see. I had to press my life alert. No, I have AS16 light gray USAF. And
Yeah.
I think that was it. I have it. I haven't written down which one I use, but
Yeah.
you know what? That I had to buy another kit because I painted it, right. And then if some of you guys, I use a dehydrator. It just I can't even build without one after I started
Me
using
too.
it, right. But I bought one that had the it's called Nesco, I believe. Yeah,
That's the
Nesco,
same one I
and it
use.
has the dial, right. And I
Uh-oh.
said, I didn't think it was gonna get too hot, so I
Uh-oh.
had the bug body in the Tamiya stand, and you know how it has the two metal.
Yeah. Did you make a
So
wide
next
body
thing you
bug?
know, I left it. I fell asleep. I left it overnight, and I guess I left the dial too high. When I woke up, the beetle body was like a frog. You know, it just the Tamiya stand, the metal just expanded, and it just held it there. Man, that was so funny. I was so pissed because I happened, but I just bought the kit again and just I have a parts kit now. But it was so funny. So now I learned my lesson with not putting it too hot or leaving it overnight in the Tamiya stand. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll just tape it to something and let it dehydrate. But talking about dehydrator, I use that for everything, guys. I put decals on the car.
Yep.
I let it dry. I use it to cure, like if I'm putting something. I warm up my Tamiya cans with it. I mean,
nice
man,
idea.
I love that stuff.
I never thought about doing that.
Yeah, I think I can safely say George is the only person I've ever known that could put stretch marks on a bug.
Yeah. If I find that body, I'm gonna show you guys. It's so funny.
If you still have that, that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
What did you have? What temp?
When we have a break, I'm gonna look for it. I think I have it in the box there.
What temp was that on? I mean, I put stuff in my dehydrator like 122 degrees.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's I guess like in that case, I kind of forgot I left it on there, and I fell asleep and I forgot I dialed it up too high. So I mean now I don't keep things overnight. Or I don't dial it up that high no more. I kind of keep the lower setting,
You had it set for jerky?
Let me see. Let me stand by. Let me go see if I find the box.
Beetle jerky, yes, exactly.
Beetle jerky.
Beetle. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that.
No. That's better than bug jerky.
Yeah, George is the one that put me onto the dehydrator. And,
yeah, they're great.
When I made my tool truck, I bought another dehydrator off of Marketplace, and I stacked up all of the trays. I think I had probably about a foot or more of height to dry my truck in.
I didn't know you could stack those like that. I didn't know you could
Some dehydrators you can't, like the one I've got back there is a box with got trays that slide into it.
That's what mine is.
Okay, so Tim Ryan has one that comes in sections and you can like stack it high.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Change the height of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we have, the Metro one.
Yeah, the lid is on top. You lift the lid off the top and you set your stuff down inside of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I have a garage that's typically 110 degrees in the summertime, so I just use that.
Here's your dehydrator. Yeah, exactly.
I use it for like primers because it makes the primer cure faster and I can work faster.
Okay.
Hey guys, so let me show you the what it should look like, right?
Uh-huh.
Check this
Whoa!
That looks like a baseball with fenders.
I was gonna say, looks like it's getting gas.
It does look like a frog.
Look, yeah, like a frog. Look.
Yeah.
Side by side. Look at these things.
The waddling back and forth on the countertop is perfect too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
mean, and let me tell you, it stayed like that. I found it so hilarious. But I just, like I said, oh, look at the body, look at the color, how it, flat to 2K clear,
Yeah.
I think you should
But
finish
look how
building
funny
that.
this thing is.
I think it'd be cool to make it like a raft around it, like an amphibian car.
Right, yeah. That's what a couple of my guys say, man, you know what you could do with that? And I said, I don't know, man, but I have it there.
I would finish building that and then seal it all up and then fill it full of resin and put little fish inside of it. Make it look like it's a rolling fish tank.
Yeah, I tell you, it's so funny. And that's what it reminds me of, a frog. It looks like a frog.
So why body?
Yes, I had to keep that. I had to keep that because I said, I'm not throwing that out. I gotta. But it's funny to see that, because I was like, you know what? I gotta tell these guys this story because that body, and it never went back. It just stayed like that. So
that plastic has memory.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ricky, thank you very much for sharing your builds with us, dude. They are freaking awesome. Matt, do you have anything on your bench you'd like to talk about, sir?
Probably not. No,
Okay. Thanks for playing.
I've got. I'm kind of in limbo right now, and thinking about what I feel like working on next. I kind of cleared everything and been working on projects for the resin casting and stuff. And I got this thing with Salvino's JR models with doing the Lotus 38. That's kind of been taking some of my time on the bench, but I got that stuff all clayed up and ready to make into molds. That goes into the shop. And well, BG, we were kind of talking about it. I think I'm going to pull out an old 57 Chevy project I started because I didn't realize it, but here we are, we're in 2025. So now all the shows are going to start doing Tri-5 themes. We found out that the Spirit of Speed is doing Tri-5s.
I can't wait.
Okay, it's time to do some. I think I got a 57 and a 55 in my future for this year.
That's what I'm doing
for going to that show. So I'm gonna bust out this 55 gasser that has a kind of a model I've wanted to build since the 80s from a picture I saw on Hot Rod, and so that's kind of something I'm playing around with. And I busted out that 911 from Stuttgart that I'm going to. I want to get all my chrome trim done and then get a couple things done. Put that thing into the finished file.
Yeah,
nice.
Maybe I can petition the courts here to see if I can start saying the word properly again.
We'll see. You're a good boy.
I just don't like you, Chuck.
The jury can the jury can be bribed. I'm just saying.
Jury can be bribed. And the usual stuff on the channel. I got a cool video that I can now say what it is. I've been talking about this project I've been working together with Scott Colmer for the magazine, Auto Modeler magazine. So he did this wonderful interview with Randy Durr and with Mark Jones because they were kind of going head to head at the last Salt Lake with their amazing builds, and Randy won. So he brought in, kind of did an interview about that. So he wrote part of the interview in the magazine, and it says, if you want to hear more about this, go check out on the Luka Cee Channel. And I should be in the next week. I'm kind of finishing all the editing up on that, dropping cool pictures in there. And we should have that video out here real soon so you guys can check out the entire interview from Randy and Mark, because it's really interesting. And you're going to want to listen to it because kind of a connection to what we're going to talk about, why we have these two guys here, is Randy and Mark talk about non-competitive shows at the end. We have to talk about that. They talk about their feelings about that. From two guys who are like, they go to a show, they win it. Those guys are those top echelon guys, but they got a really, really positive attitude. They like the idea of shows like what you guys put on. So that's going to be a very interesting interview when you guys check that out.
Oh yeah, can't wait. Can't wait to see it.
I Randy Durr at I believe down in Atlanta. I was standing around that Corvette, and I said to one of my buddies, I was like, whoever made that is probably divorced, and retire. And I hear all of a sudden, I hear, I'm married, but I'm not retired. And I was like, oh man. But that thing is phenomenal. It looked like it would start up and drive off the table.
Yeah. Right. Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Randy is.
What a way to meet Randy, dude.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he
I
is,
hope
he is
so.
Super nice.
Oh, Ricky's still with us, so I suspect he is.
Yeah.
I had the chance to get with those guys in Salt Lake City and talk to both of them. There's some really humble, down to earth guys.
Yeah. Super guys.
So that means Ricky fits right in with them because he's a super
Yeah.
humble,
Yeah.
extremely good
Thank you.
builder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate you, dude.
I
Just
came
kidding.
up with that.
I'm just
That's
kidding.
the way I was raised. Right?
No,
Raised to be a
you were
gentleman, you know.
you were built right. You were built right. Okay, so thank you, Matt, for that.
No problem.
And I hear you guys asking in your heads, BG, what have you got going on your channel?
Yeah,
Well, I'll
what's
tell you.
your turn,
Yeah.
buddy.
So we just did a video the other day of, two videos actually. One is the coverage of the Mile High Open, hosted by the Outcast Model Car guys. Also, our good buddy Brandon over at the Mile High Modeler posted some videos and photos of the show also. So if you're subscribed to him, check those out.
Right.
But I'm giving shout outs for the people in my section. But we also did a video on traveling with model car kits, and we talked about the Pelican style case you can get from Harbor Freight, and how we go about doing that kind of thing, and got some good feedback on it. So that's kind of cool.
Nice.
But,
Watch that one.
but we did finish the dart bag.
Very cool. Love that thing.
That was on the table out there too.
So cool.
That was on the table in Colorado. She made her debut in Colorado and got some pretty good comments and stuff. So that was kind of nice. And Chuck is in love with the patina job on there. So
I like it.
Yeah. Very cool.
I wouldn't let him touch it because it was, on a table. But
here we go.
Here we go. No, I'm just teasing you.
No,
But we got back to work onto our GT. Oh my! So I spent.
Is that the NPC?
Yep, that's the NPC one. So even George's like, "What are you doing?"
Why?
The taillights. I have the blue box art version.
Yeah.
The taillights don't fit the openings that are molded in the body. I spent 4 hours with a jeweler's file.
Mine fit
carving those out to fit.
Yeah, he asked me that too, Chuck, and I was like, mine fit fine.
They went right in. I think you could put them in the other way, and they actually go in smoother because they're shaped to the back of the panel.
What do you mean? Go in the other way?
If they're upside down, they fit in, and they won't fit the other way.
No, this particular red piece of plastic is molded too thick to fit in there.
Wow.
I have the Weekend Warrior version. I pulled that off the shelf and took a look. Those are actually retooled to fit in there.
If I have time, you should have told me, because if I had time, I would look somewhere in the carpet, and those other red ones are probably in the carpet.
I don't want your sloppy seconds, dude.
Hey, I know they fit.
I was actually. Go ahead, George.
I'm glad you told me, because the blue box one is the one I have.
Yeah,
and I started looking at it, and I have like, man, because that year GTO, I like to do like, what do you call it? A freak. It's kind of like,
like my dart bag,
Yeah, because it has that menacing front,
Mm-hmm.
And I just started. I was like, "Ooh, this one looks like it's gonna be tough." And then I just said, "Let me watch a couple of videos," and wow, not one positive feedback. And this guy's talking about the kid. I was like, "Okay, Mr. Freak, not right now."
This kit is so bad. I think Chuck only used the body. Is that right?
I used the body. And the body. And the body.
And the body.
Chuck had the what's that sci-fi thing? The 3-body system going on.
Actually, I used the interior tub. I used the body. I didn't use much more because the whole ask Brian how bad the front end is on that kit.
Jason finished his,
and I had to do
all stock stuff.
Unfortunately, I had to build it 3 times.
Well, it's like so the night you sat there with the jeweler's file and filed the taillights out, that was me to get the nose to fit. Except for it wasn't hours, it was days.
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but I have all sorts of putty and stuff up inside.
Yeah.
Plus pieces of styrene glued in
terrible.
there, so I could refinish everything, and we got it fitting really good. But
I took mine out of the box and immediately put it back in, and I was done.
I had gut cramp and then threw up. Yeah. So it's getting better, but I'm switching it up. I'm going to use some Iceman Kragers on that guy. I like.
Nice.
I like the look of those.
Better? Did you say?
What'd you say?
Did you say it's getting better?
Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better.
It's getting better.
But here's the problem. I had to do this scientifically. I had to be like, it can't be just this kit. So I bought 2 more.
And it is all the kits, right?
It is all the kits. Yes. Every kit has the driver's side exhaust or I think it's a passenger side exhaust is short shot on one side. And like every kit. It's not me.
It's crazy.
I was being scientific about it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all that garbage?
I'm going to go to your house and sprinkle them all over the floor.
It would fit in with the other one.
Right. Like,
Ravel has a GTO close to that year, right?
66.
It's close to that body style, right?
Yeah, and it's a good one.
I was going to ask you, is that a good kit?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I'm gonna make that one a street freak instead of
I would say yes.
Is a 65 the one that's the old monograms 124 scale one?
Right, but that's a different body style.
64. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
64. Yeah.
66 and 67 are similar.
They are very.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do the Ravel one then, of a street freak version.
But you guys are good enough to do the other one, man. Take the challenge.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
I have the kit, so we'll see.
Yeah, dude. If a hack job builder like me can make one look semi decent, you guys are gonna knock it out of the park. Trust me.
Nah, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how ambitious I am to build it. But yeah, I could see myself building a street freak version because I used to see those cars when I was young in the street with keystones. You know, and I was like, man, that's a good combination, you know. So
yeah.
And then I seen a few pictures of street freaks of those 2 years GTOs, and I said, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do one day. So
yeah,
that's the plan anyway.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That would look cool. And yeah, do the Ravel 60.
The Ravel one, yeah.
Because I mean, doing the NPC, you might as well just take your bottom lip and stretch it up over your face.
Thank you, Mr. Cosby.
Yeah, if you do that other one, you basically don't use the kit.
Yeah.
So
right.
George, is this what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just sent you that picture. This got my juices flowing. I'm like, oh baby.
Yeah,
man.
That's what we're talking about.
All right, so that pretty much takes care of everything here, except for one last bit of info. We did get in the mail from one of our friends, Miss Dirt Road Cinderella, sent us her appreciation build for the BG channel.
Beautiful.
And this is an awesome kit. I actually sent this to her a while ago as a thank you for something else, and then she built it and sent it back. So
that is cool. Win-win. That is cool.
Yeah,
a beautiful color too.
It's even got a little jar inside the cockpit of apple pie moonshine. So I'm like,
she's nice.
Yeah,
that's gonna go
pretty cool.
Yeah, she's all right. So we're gonna put that in the case, and then she's got the BCG Resin's 409 engine in there too, so it looks really good.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, it fit in
Nice.
perfect. She said she didn't have to do a whole lot of chopping.
Is pretty cool, actually.
Right?
You know why? It's because when Ryan designs those, he designs them off of like a lot of the model kits, so they kind of fit into the model kits. So
yeah,
nice.
And that's what I was talking to Josh, and he says that he designs them like he'll take a popular model kit and he'll design them that way. Like
that's
off
kind of
that.
cool.
Very smart.
Well, it's helpful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But I think that's about all we got going on here. I will say this: as far as we know right now, both me, Matt, and Chuck have been chatting about the fact that our local IPMS has decided to keep their show dates November 1st, first weekend of November, which is kind of a bummer because there's a big show in, where's that place called? Pomona,
NHRA Museum.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
What?
yeah. So the
where?
So where's it at? What's
This again.
So the Pomona show is is that Sunday. So we, the three of us, are kind of hashing out whether or not it's going to be feasible to do the IPMS show, do the judging there, pack up the car right after the show, head out to Southern California to Pomona and do the show there. We're going to do a show crawl. We're going to try our hardest to do a show.
How far are they?
A multi-state show crawl.
How far apart are the shows, time-wise?
Time-wise, one ends
24
at
hours.
Yeah, one ends at 4 p.m. Yeah, one ends at 4 p.m. The other one starts at 10 a.m. the next day.
Okay, I'm about to generate some hate mail for myself, and I'm going to say skip the IPMS show.
No, there's a reason why we don't want to skip it. So I mean,
but here's a twist. There's a twist to this plot. I happen to just be looking at it on my phone on the calendar, and that's the weekend we do the time change.
Yay!
Oh
no!
So you get an hour extra or hour less?
First one and then the other.
Wow.
Yeah. So California will be an hour behind us Sunday morning.
So we'll gain an hour to get there.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if us three can get there, but it'd be even better if Jason would fly out.
Right?
Jason, fly out. Let's do this.
NHR Museum, Jason.
I know. That's one of my holy grail places to go.
Yeah.
For real. I better start bulking up. I got to fly all the way out there. Get the wings in shape.
Get it doing.
Nah, all you need to do is get yourself a 77 black Trans Am. Takes care of itself.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
The comments write themselves, I can tell.
Right.
So we'll keep you listeners and watchers in the loop of what that all entails. See which one of us has a heart attack or whatever.
How many months do we have to get this all figured out?
6 months.
All of them.
All of them.
We have until November.
Matt, that gives you 6 months to build that 57 Chevy.
We're on it. Good thing I already started it. Like 10
you
years
started
ago.
it like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So is there going to be a bet if he loses he can't say 57 Chevy?
No, he has to say
57 Chevrolet.
No, he has to say 57 Chive.
Chive?
No.
You have to wear a dress
Right now he has to say Porsche.
Right. 57 Porsche. All right. Enough of the fun. Now on to the serious stuff. Jason.
Yeah, come on.
What have you got for your Northeast model car report?
So I've got a few shows to talk about. There's a show, depending on when you folks are listening / watching this, it's probably already gone by, but it's coming up this weekend. April 6th, Down East Con 2025, hosted by the Southern Maine Scale Modelers Club, IPMS. That's held in Sanford, Maine at the Sanford Memorial Gym. Heather and we're already packed up, and Heather and I are going to be there. So if you're in this part of the country and you can swing it, come by and say hi. We would appreciate it. We'd love to see you guys. Then, if you can't, that's okay, because April 12th, the very next weekend, is NNL 2025. That's presented by IPMS Champlain Valley and our friends at the Mount Mansfield Scale Modelers. That's held at the National Guard Armory in Williston, Vermont. So there's your second chance. Heather and I will be at that show as well. Swing in or swing up and say hi. We'd love to see everybody.
Right on. Glad to hear you guys are swinging.
No. Back up. Brian, no.
Beep. I'm sorry. I meant swinging in.
Yeah. Holy cow. Yes, Matt. I have chips to bring to both shows.
Oh,
yay.
Top tip. Those don't go through security very well.
I was going to say.
Yeah, you said these are magnetic?
Yeah. They're ferrous, which means they can be magnetized.
Oh, I like how you said that.
What's up, Rick?
I was going to say, I'm on the East Coast. Can you pick me up for the show?
Sure. I'll leave now. Okay, so sorry, guys. I got to go get Rick.
Bye.
I'll be in the car.
Oh, goodness.
That's a long ride.
It is. That would be a long ride, but I mean, I'm sure we'd have fun. So
absolutely.
You would definitely get to know each other a lot better on that trip.
Right?
Or never talk to each other again.
Oh, that could go that way.
It could go that way, but I doubt it.
That's what happened to BG and I about 4 years ago going to Pomona, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why are you still talking to him?
Because
it's all an act.
It's part of the contract.
Fair enough. Okay, and then another April 12th show. It's CAMS, KAMS, CAMS 30th Car Show and Swap Meet, held at the Midway Baptist Church, 5135 South Broadway, Wichita, Kansas. I picked it up off the floor. I found it and put it in the rotation.
Good, thank you.
Yes. Next, another show on April 12th, the Desert Scale Classic.
I've heard of that.
That's hosted by the Cactus Car Modelers Club, held at the Phoenix Baptist Church building, North Central Avenue, Phoenix, Arizona. I think I know a guy or two that's going to that.
Or 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All of us.
Rumor has it that VCG Resins and Scale Speed Garage will be there also.
Yes, they will.
Iceman
Collections.
Mm-hmm.
And
dang. All right. I'm glad to hear Matt's going to a show.
Yeah, I'm going to make a presence. You'll probably find me hanging out over at the Auto Modeler table.
That's right. We've heard that. Say hi. We've heard that Scott Colmer's going to be out there too with his magazine.
Right. Oh yeah, Scott and Nani are going to be there.
Very cool.
Right on.
So, Rick, George, why don't you come? Catch a plane. You got time? Catch a plane. Head on over.
My next one will be.
hey, and then that night is the Model Car Mafia meeting. Come on over. We'll have pizza.
Right on.
We're at BG's
house.
Nice.
No, I definitely want to make a trip down you guys' way. So we'll talk on it. If not this year, next year.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Whatever makes more sense, Brian or Matt. You guys tell me. This is the show you should go, and then we also have a meeting, and we also have this where I can. Because I want to even visit Andy's headquarters and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. We'll pick you up at the airport. We'll take you down to Andy's. You can buy us some stuff. It's cool. And then I got a pretty large cardboard box in the backyard. You're welcome to stay in if you want to.
Right on.
You know what's funny, George, is Heather and I are also trying to coordinate a trip out there. To see those guys and do all that same stuff. So maybe we can coordinate it all together.
And whoever gets there first gets to sleep in the bigger box.
Yes.
Nice.
We'll have a 3-car rotationally, me, Matt, and Chuck. So whoever gets here last has to ride with Chuck.
On my motorcycle.
On his motorcycle.
Oh wow. Can I sit in front and steer?
No, you're gonna wear a tube. You'll wear a tube top.
Listen, the boys are too big for a tube top. Okay.
Right. Yeah. You'll get whistles.
Oh boy.
Oh man,
Keep it up, Chuck. And every model I bring is going to have cones on it, buddy.
Oh, I
forgot about that.
I just got shocked. I forgot. We have to be back on topic here. All right.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So April 26th, the 37th annual NNL East, presented by the Tri-State Model Car Club. It's being held at the Wayne Pal Building, 1 Al Drive, Wayne, New Jersey. This year's theme is circle track vehicles and race team haulers. I am not going to be there. Every time I say it, it hurts my soul a little bit more, but I have to skip this year. So sorry about that.
But George and Ricky will be there, though, right?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
Right on.
if we may, so we're also part of Tri-State Scale Modelers as well. We're actually partners. Our club name is Diversified Scalers. Some of you guys know. We got a small club or whatnot, a small group of guys. We're growing. But we always those guys at Tri-State always helped us with our show. So at this point now we're partners. So
Okay.
My club we always try to help those guys as much as we can. So we actually do work that show. So if you get anybody's coming to the show, just say hi. Say hi.
Yeah.
Hang out with us. I'll be either calling numbers or I'll be somewhere in there.
Oh yeah.
But this year actually, I told my guys I'm kind of we're gonna take turns. So I don't want to say
this year.
because the thing is, I
Yeah.
love doing that, but I forget. I miss to see the cars, and I miss talking to guys. So we're gonna actually do it by shifts this year. But
Nice.
but yeah,
Good.
whoever comes, come say hi. We're easy to talk to. You'll see us all around the show, and
Yeah.
and whoever has never been to NNL East, they should.
Yeah.
I highly
yeah.
recommend it.
I see
Highly recommend it.
videos.
Yeah.
Nice.
Highly
Yeah.
recommend it.
Make it one of
Yeah.
these
Show is
years,
incredible.
Went to
There's
one.
also
Went to
I'm
one.
sorry.
Which makes went to one, which makes me an expert, right?
yeah.
There
That's
you
good to
go.
go to.
Cool.
Jason.
And I've been to 2, so that makes me a veteran.
Yeah.
There you go.
The vendors over there are crazy, huh?
Veteran.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Insane.
I mean,
dude.
the main vendors go all the time. Model Car Garage. I mean, Slicks.
Yeah.
All the big time. Even Ravel's there, and Mobius. Showing the new kits. Man, you name it, they're there.
We
Yeah.
even had
It's,
oh my gosh, what's the guy's name? Chris from C1 Models was there one year.
T1 models,
Yeah.
all the way from the
UK.
So UK, yeah, from the UK.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
stuff.
I definitely want to shout out, if we're shouting out people, listen, you there's some awesome people that, like George said, that are responsible for making sure that show goes off without a hitch.
Right.
I gotta say, Frankie Frizzo, that dude is amazing. If you gotta go to the
Yes.
bathroom while you're standing in line, he might sneak you in to let you use the bathroom.
Right.
if you're walking into the building and you drop your model, you can go see Dave Wood. He runs the hospital.
Yes.
Another
The
amazing
Model Car
guy.
Hospital. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
Oh,
of
I was
course-
just contacted by Dave Wood today. by the
nice.
way.
Yeah. Amazing guy.
Amazing guy.
Great guy.
And
Great guy.
you'll see Frank Steffens wandering around there too. So
Right.
Yeah.
3 amazing guys that are associated with that club that I owe thank yous to for, like I said, using the bathroom and gluing a mirror on and all that kind of stuff. So
Nice.
yeah, go to that show if you haven't been, you need to.
2 huge rooms of vendors alone, and then a big double gym size of show cars, and everybody
Mhm.
brings their A game over there. And the good thing about NNL kind of show, you're not trying to compete with each other. So
Mhm.
they have a few awards, team awards and whatnot, but for the most part, people are there just shooting it up and It's really good, really good,
Yeah.
really good time.
And if you're a person who likes cash, get it before you get to the venue because the cash machine in the lobby will run out fast.
Right.
There was a
They
line.
do have a they have a Mac machine there, ATM, and yeah, that's happened. Halfway through the
Are you
show, there's no more cash
serious?
in it.
Oh, yeah.
Really,
Honest to
guys.
goodness.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, you know,
I
We,
have
we, we walked in
definitely
the door,
wanna
and
definitely
there was
wanna go prepared. You
Yeah.
know,
That's
yeah,
incredible.
there was a
Can
line
I
to get
add
in the
something?
door, and then we get in the door, and then there's another line. I'm like, oh, let's go get in this line. They're like, oh, this is for the ATM. Oh, well, we're okay. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, halfway through the show, they ran out of cash.
Incredible.
I gotta say,
Chuck, you gotta make your way one day.
I plan to.
Yeah,
Tom Geiger.
Tom
Tom
Geiger.
Geiger.
Amazing guy.
Tom Geiger
Amazing.
was my mentor for my show. When I went down to his house the second time to return the poles for lifting the tables up,
Uh-huh.
Tom has a lot on his plate, but he is on point. Like
Yeah.
He's on point. Everything's documented, and
Yeah.
it just works like clockwork. And he's an amazing guy. He mentored me through my whole process of the show. And him and
that's
Jorge.
awesome.
And
Me too.
man,
Absolutely.
he's such a great guy. I can't stress that enough.
And let me tell you, they help every club in our area, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland. They pitch in everywhere, and they want this hobby to continue, and they know that these guys are getting old. You know, and it's sad, like he says, we lose guys every year, you know, to this hobby. So you know, it's up to whoever's left to keep it going.
Mhm.
And that's what we try to jump in and continue this hobby. And as long as we got guys like that always chip in, it'll always be there.
Mm.
So
Good deal.
definitely.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so to finish up shows, May 10th, the Mid-Atlantic NNL. That's held at the Level Volunteer Fire Company, Level Village Road, Havre de Grace, Maryland. Their theme is 60s drag cars and Mopars.
Ooh.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Another show, real quick. Another show, great guys in that show. Phenomenal club. They do a great show every year. I definitely recommend that as well. Maryland, we always support those guys as well, and they always support our show. Phenomenal crew there.
Very
Great show.
cool. I did not know that you guys support. That's awesome.
So you heading to that one too?
Absolutely.
That one this year, I can't. I think Ricky is. I'll be on vacation that week, so unfortunately I can't make it this year.
No.
But my guys are gonna go. Ricky's planning on going.
Good.
So.
Right.
Very cool. And then the last show is this is a brand new show for this year, May 16th and 17th, Modelrama, presented by the Chopped and Glued Club, in conjunction with the Hoosier Vintage Wheels Car Show Series. Held at the Johnson County Fairgrounds, 150 Fairground Street, Franklin, Indiana. So again, brand new show. Go give them some love and help boost that show up. It's their first one. So
yeah, it's always nice to hear about a new show happening. It's cool that there's always people trying to take on that because, well, you guys know now too. It's quite an undertaking. Take on a show, no matter what. Whether it's judged or not, it's doing an event is a heck of a lot of responsibility, and you know when people take on that, it's great for us, for the whole hobby.
Absolutely, and one more thing I'll add to that is, as Ricky knows, and we've had our shows in the past, it's a team effort. It's a team effort, and it's all hands on deck. And you know, it's but it's great. Once you're done, you're like, it's all worth it at the end. It's all worth it at the end, and there's always people who are happy that you do it, and they thank you for doing it.
They thank you
for doing it because Ricky, you noticed how many people approached you after your show last month. I mean, it's just it's people who are in a hobby doing this. They don't want these shows to go away.
No, they
So
don't. They
we
don't.
gotta
Yeah.
continue. We gotta
Yeah.
continue to support and
Yeah.
be there for each clubs.
The model club that I'm part of here in they're in Massachusetts. It's Classic Plastic. They used to be
Right.
NASCAR North.
Right.
We put on a model car show every October. Dude, and we start planning that like in December every year. We start talking about it, and it takes every member of the
every
club.
month. Yeah.
Yeah,
Every
to
guy.
make that a success, and it's a lot of work. I mean, I even have my wife roped into it. She takes your money and all that stuff at the table, and you need to band together, and you sure do need a whole bunch of people to make it happen. So,
yeah,
it seems like this kind of stuff brings your club together even more, huh? Like working together like that. I mean, it's kind of cool.
Absolutely, Ricky. You want to chime in a little bit on the feedback you got?
Yeah. Real quick before I do that, though, I would like to shout out a show, Halloween Bash, that my friend Herb is having with his club.
Send us info on that one. Email us info.
Yeah, if you email us that, we'll put it in the list when it gets when we're within
get closer to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But as far as feedback, I joke about my experience at the show. I thought I was going to be shopping like normal, like it was going to run itself. But I joke with people. I say I was too busy shaking hands and kissing babies the whole time.
Oh yeah,
it was all a blur. I had people thanking me for having that type of show, telling me that I should charge more, that I didn't charge enough, which I thought was crazy, but I understand because they want the show to keep going.
Yeah.
I had people. I was just mingling the whole time. The feedback.
was
so good. I made one lap around the show because so many people were talking to me, and it was a great feeling. It was mission accomplished because I got a lot of people together, and we all just networked and mingled and had a good time. But the feedback was great. It was great.
Cool.
Nice.
Even my lady friend at the front, she got a lot of feedback too. There was a lot of gentlemen circling back to her. She had a good time too.
Right on.
Oh, very cool.
What kind of feedback are we talking about?
All
cool,
good. All good feedback, Ryan.
Good.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
So I've just got a couple of kits to talk about, if I may, real quick, that are coming out.
You may.
In late April from Atlantis is the Keeler's Custom 23 competition pickup. I'm actually looking forward to that because I think I saw that on their table at last year's NNL East. There was a mock-up of that, and I was like, okay, I can't wait for that to come out.
I have to look that one up.
You'll have to look that one up.
I'm not.
And then
I'm familiar with that one.
Coming in May. Oh, Chuck, Mobius kit's coming in May, buddy.
Hey, is my truck coming?
No.
Sorry. You really actually kind of got me that time.
Good. But the 1965 Mercury Comet BFX Cyclone is coming. That's got the all-new tooled small block Ford race engine in it. And then the 71 Ford F-250 lifted custom 4x4.
That sounds cool.
And the 1970 F-350 Ram truck. All coming in May.
Nice.
Hey,
Chuck, are you waiting for the...
Huh?
Chuck, are you waiting for the C10s like I am?
Yeah, the 68 or the one, the short bed.
Yeah,
that picture came out like 2 years ago, and I'm dying to have it.
Me too.
It's like the kit that I want the most.
I haven't touched my ENT one because I thought that'd be the Mobius be here by now.
Oh, I mean, I'm begging for that kit to come out.
Well, how long did it take him to do the?
I literally will by 5.
3 years.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
the short beds all day. Love those C10s.
Mobius comes out with that C10. Me and Chuck will be driving out there with a U-Haul to Pegasus Hobbies and be like,
and you know what?
Fill it up.
The things you can do, the different things you can do with that truck is incredible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pro Street, Lowrider, Resto Mod, everything.
Right. Absolutely.
Gasser.
I can't wait.
Gasser.
It's gonna be nice to have a suspension under a C10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rather than just a single plate.
Yeah.
Like the AMT has.
And
Jason,
I think they will.
Yeah. Jason, anything else?
Nope, that's it. I'm done.
That's it?
Yep,
Okay.
check it out.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, dude. All right. Thanks. Bye.
That's it.
I think you made everybody mad this time, Jason, because everybody wants that C10.
Mission accomplished. No, just kidding. Sorry. Okay, bye.
Keep it up. I love it. All right. Now on to 3D printing news with Dirt Chuck.
All right. We got a few things going on here. We got we'll start with Joel from Iceman Collections. The newest releases are his Chevy 632 twin turbo, the Ford Godzilla twin turbo with high or low intake options, and he says he will be vending at DFC. So
yay!
He'll be there with a big variety of stuff like he was last time. So let me see, what else do we got? We got White Take Resins. I got a hold of him. So he has bottle toppers for your Vallejo and Army painter stuff. He's 3D printing stuff for that. Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what that's all about.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, and he's got some off-road accessory packages coming out. So this is something that I think Jason and Brian would be like way into. So it's pretty much like shovels and stuff like that, and travel boxes and stuff for diorama stuff.
Yeah,
really nice stuff. So
cool.
Josh, pretty much he's going to have some stuff coming out later this month. Doesn't have much coming out. We did go to that show. He wanted to tell everybody thanks for showing up to the show, that especially the people that traveled and everything. And he is going to be out here next week with Chris Bell. So they're coming out. He will not be doing shipping next Friday on the 11th or the 15th, which is Tuesday, I think, till the 15th. Whoa, he's making me dizzy.
Sorry.
So pretty much that's what they got going on. We got Scale Speed Garage, and he also says thanks to everyone for showing up to his show, because he helped put that show on. It was both their club show. Out for download now, Scale Speed Garage 049 interior goodies. This is right when this podcast is over. I am going to look at what's in there because I've been waiting for this to come out. And it's got interior goodies, lowrider custom seats, audio equipment, food, beverage items, and more. So that a lot of cool interior stuff, and that's kind of stuff I'm into right now, looking for. And then be on the lookout for the new surprise pack, 2 complete kits to watch out for. And I think they're going to be pretty cool. So I talked to him at the show. So Pro Stock effing everything group bill starts $4.15. So that's getting ready to start here really, really soon. So he's also going to have a lifetime membership flash sale coming soon. He says to watch for his Facebook. Very limited number of spots will be open for this. So, and he wanted to let everybody know that he was going to be at Desert Scale Classic this next weekend. So we get to hang out with them. So that's all I have. And
good stuff.
Yeah,
Good stuff,
Scale Speed Garage, man. I can't, I'm really, really wanting to print some of that. If my printers weren't full, I'd be printing that stuff out tonight.
Yeah, that off-road package stuff has piqued my interest because I I want to build an overland rig. Right?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
It'd be right up your alley. I got a picture of it if you want to see it.
I'd love to.
Let me see. Let me pull it up. You sent me a picture. Oh,
While he's pulling up the picture, can I shout somebody out who's doing 3D printing that's up and coming?
Yeah,
sure.
please.
Absolutely.
ESS Resins.
Oh
He's
yeah,
on
dude.
eBay.
Oh, yeah.
He was one of my sponsors at my show, and his display was phenomenal. Like, he has a display that lights up, and then he has bins, and he has the parts, like, say, distributor. He has it in a bigger scale in front of it, and then you can take the part out of the bin.
No
And-
kidding.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
And then he just came out with 2 working garage doors for a diorama of a garage.
Oh, wow. You know, there's a long time I was looking for that when I was building a diorama. I was
Mhm.
looking for stuff like that.
You got to check him out because he has electrical boxes and switches and stuff for inside too.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
The toggle switches for inside of a vehicle. That's how I met him, because I purchased toggle switches and like the little lights that will go above them. I purchased them. And we
What's his
became
name
friends.
again?
ESS Resin Works.
Okay. Send us some information and have him reach out to our show.
Absolutely.
I just got a mail call from Mrs. BG. Hey, look at that.
Oh, look
Nice,
what you
And
got.
then also a Scale Riders box.
Nice.
Oh, look at you.
Man.
Both
Somebody got
great
YouTube
companies
paid. Somebody got YouTube paid.
there.
All right, cool. Chuck, that's actually quite the list of stuff going on there, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, cool.
All right, one last segment, and we'll take a quick break here, guys. We're going to do emails. We're only doing 2 emails. And of course, if you have submitted an email, please do not fret, because we are talking about doing another email special where we're going to address all of the emails that we have. Sometimes when we have guests, go ahead, Jason.
Can I be for this one? Can I be here for this email special? Or
We would greatly appreciate if you just did the special all by yourself so that you could get caught up with us. So thank you for offering to do that.
okay, no problem.
Good deal.
But we're going to do another email special where we can address those emails in kind, because when we have guests, we don't really have the time to do that. But we have a couple of chosen ones here. We have one from Alex Thomas, and the subject is, "Hey guys." He says, "Hey guys,
Hey, guys.
I know you have a truly international audience these days, so I thought I'd share a flyer for an Australian show I'm going
Nice.
to in May. I understand if you want to keep things North American only, that's fine. But I thought there would be enough of us Aussie listeners. I'm not doing the accent, sorry, listening to make it worthwhile. Keep up with the great work you are doing for our hobby worldwide. Cheers, Alex from Bespoke Hot Rods Incorporated." So there is a link there that we can send to Jason so he can have that to his list.
Yeah, send that
But
over there. And
how about
crikey.
And crikey.
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 And we
Right.
just lost all of our Australian audience. Okay, thank you,
That's
Jason.
the end of that.
And our next one is from Keith McGregor. He says, subject, how do you find the time? He says, hey guys, greetings from Rockford, Illinois, home of Cheap Trick.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that. I learned something new. I'm amazed that you guys, whom I assume have full-time jobs, manage your time to find time for family, podcasts, your YouTube channels, go to club meetings, and shows. Plus, I'm going to add in one last thing there, eat. You have to be very disciplined to get this all accomplished. Besides adding in your other hobbies, how do you manage the time?
The answer is we don't. Matt and Brian do it all.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, what these guys don't know is I have a secret to my talent, and that is when I was 15 years old, I was cloned, and there's 4 of us.
Yeah, you ever see that movie? That movie Multiplicity?
That's the one.
Brian's number 4.
I'm number 4. There is an evil version of me who doesn't have a goatee. You'll know who he is when you see him.
Yeah.
Walk away. Let's see. He also says, although I don't want to send hate mail to Chuck, I will let you know I've been listening to past episodes of the pod while working in the yard. He says episode 12 is certainly the best one yet. He says respectfully, Keith. So thank you very much, Keith. Yeah, it's quite a juggling act, but you know what? A lot of us have a lot of support from the households and understand that we not just doing this for the community, but we also have a passion for doing this, and that's a big driving motivating force around here. So I think
plus Heather loves a night without me. So.
There you go.
It's a paycheck. Come on.
It's a paycheck. You heard it here first.
Yeah, right, I'm paying. That's not right.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and talk to our guests a little more in depth about the shows and what they got going on. Oh, man. This looks terrible. Oh, what's wrong, Beavis? The engine in my model car kit sucks. It sucks. Look at this. Maybe you should try IcemanCollections.com. He has all sorts of stuff for model cars and junk. They're all 3D printed parts. Oh, really? Do tell. Yeah, here, check it out. Oh, hello, I am Carl. You have 3D parts for my model car? Shut up, Beavis. Yeah, okay, I'm going to order some stuff right now.
Yes, I'd like to order a number 2, supersized with cheese, please.
Okay. Like drive-through. Maybe we should get back to work. He said number 2. Shut up! I'm trying to elevate my next build with Iceman Collections. IcemanCollections.com, the home of hundreds of model car parts that you need to elevate your build. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for sticking around for that fun commercial hosted by B. Jeevis Butthead. But hopefully you enjoyed that, because I had fun doing it. Let's go and actually do our guest spotlight with Ricky and George. Now, they have been adding in a lot here and there during our break, and then during when we're talking about the show. So we're just going to continue on with that topic about the cars and coffee thing. And Ricky, I would like to ask you, what was your inspiration for creating such an event?
I've been building models for about 30 years or so. And I just wanted to give back, without receiving any kind of reward for it. And I wanted to gather my friends, really, because most of the vendors are friends of mine, and then a lot of my friends and family supported me by coming to the show, and a lot of them were builders. So it was just a gathering of people. Is what I wanted to do.
That's awesome. So just hang out with some buds.
Exactly, but then I had to throw a name at it, and I like going to car shows and stuff. And I said, the car shows I was going to weren't always judged. So why don't I bring that into the model community, and maybe people will catch on and like the idea of not being judged and just putting their stuff on the table. And I encouraged people. I said, bring those not so perfect builds that you have and just put them on the table. And people loved it, and they just came out. They came out of the woodwork.
That's awesome. Did you have anybody attending that happened to let you know that they had never been to a show before? Maybe that was their first time?
One of my son's friends, he was building in the shadows, and I gave him a couple of models and some parts. And every now and then he would ask me some questions about some of the stuff that I buy and where do I get it. And he actually showed up to the show probably about an hour and a half early. And I said, hey, it's a little early, but you can come in and hang out if you want. But then as soon as the crowd started coming in and he put his stuff on the table, the way that his face lit up, it just made every minute and all the frustration of getting the show together worth it.
No, that's awesome.
His name is Owen, and he was so happy to put his stuff on the table. And then when I told him that people were doing videos and stuff, and there was pictures taken, and he saw them, he was just so excited. And I know he's planning on going to NNL East, and it's going to be his first big show. So
nice.
The pop is cherry for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. There goes the family. There goes the family rating. Thanks, George.
Hey, where's your legal thing? Don't you read that off to everybody?
Oh man.
Yeah, the thoughts and views expressed by George aren't necessarily those of the rest of the podcast or the podcast platform in which you're listening to this to. I'm getting that tattooed on the inside of my forearm right there.
That would be wise.
Yeah, that's long enough for it. All right. So that's awesome, Ricky. Now, Matt was asking this question the other day. He wants to know, this is going to make or break the whole episode. Was there coffee at the Cars and Coffee show?
Yes, there was coffee, and there's a funny story to go along with that.
All right, I'm there.
Even better.
My lady friend, she goes by Miss O. She told me to call her Miss O.
Miss O?
She wanted to help with, the food and the drinks. And she said she would take care of the coffee. And we stayed in contact, and she found the equipment and stuff. And she kept telling me, I don't know how to make coffee. She said, I've been Googling. I don't know how to make it. And then my other lady friend, Miss Dawn, I said to her, do you know how to make coffee? And she said, no, not with a regular pot. So at the morning of the show, they were figuring out how to make coffee, and we had coffee.
Nice.
I didn't see anybody spit any coffee out or spitting any fluid, so I'm assuming
it
was okay.
Yeah, no.
So you got people in line finishing their models and people in the inside finishing coffee. I love it. That's cool. It's probably, you know what? I'll bet you that was good coffee too, because they didn't know what they were doing wrong.
Hold on, guys. Right. Act like you're working.
Oh, here comes Felix. Felix will probably hit Matt in the head with something here pretty soon.
Well, he just took a pair of scissors, so.
Okay.
That's what happened to his hair.
Never let a 4-year-old behind you with a pair of scissors. Let's see. So, how much were you charging for your entry fee? You said you weren't charging enough, but what were you charging?
I thought I was being fair at $5 per person.
And that was unlimited models for the table?
Unlimited models. I told people to bring as many models as they want. We had 24 tables to fill up. So I said, bring as many as you want.
Right on.
Wow.
Right on. Well, you didn't have awards to have to pay for. I mean, right?
No awards. No awards at all.
Yeah. And then your venue, was that something that was donated to you for space and time?
No, it wasn't donated. I paid for it out of pocket because I just wanted to gather some people together. I was blessed with a little bit of change to try and make it happen. And so I did it on my own for the first one.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah, but I did have some sponsors. I'm sorry, I had a couple of sponsors to help me. With the flyers.
You want to give those guys some shout outs?
I absolutely do. One of them is on your screen, and he's a part of the club that I'm with. The Versified Scalers sponsored my flyers and the banner and stuff. And then we had ESS Resins, and they sponsored all the door prizes when you first come in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you also scratch made something as one of the raffle prizes too, right? We talked about that at the beginning of the show. So are you planning on doing that for everyone, or just is this a special one-off?
That I figured that would be like a one-off, but I guess we could see how it goes. Because sometimes I just feel like just making something, and I don't always want to keep it. Sometimes I'll start something, make it, and then don't want to paint it, and then sometimes I'll just give it away. So this one I followed through just so that some of my friends that want to buy something from me had a chance to get something for $5, basically.
Mm-hmm. Right on. Well, I tell you what, if George wants to donate anything and he comes at you with a really warped looking Volkswagen bug body, walk away.
I was gonna say that.
But I'm going to have to check out ESS Resins because he sounds like he's killing it right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I haven't heard of him yet, but
yeah, really. So thanks for mentioning him. I'm going to check him out too.
He just started, right, Ricky? He just started.
I'm not sure because I found him on eBay, but he is making a name for himself. He's actually going to some shows. He's out of West Virginia, but he's going to shows and not just local shows.
Oh, good.
Wow. All right. Well, maybe we'll start seeing them on the circuit then. That would be awesome. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. Your show venue. What was that from? Like what time of day were you looking at doing that at?
That was from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay. So why the early close down? Most shows go to 4 or 5.
Yeah, I figured since there weren't going to be any awards, there was no need to have, a long show. Usually with, a regular show that's judged, you need to have time for judging and people need to eat, around noon or so.
Yeah,
so I figured, a short show.
We kind of found, I think George elaborated this the other day, that we kind of find that after lunch, everybody's carved out and just kind of, waiting for the awards.
I feel like, we've been to a lot of shows and we run shows. So it's kind of like around lunchtime, it's kind of like a lag of, okay, kind of, you see some people leaving or some people like, they have to wait for the award announcements and stuff like that. And it kind of makes that hour and a half, you eliminate that. Now it kind of people just like the main reason you want to stay will be, it makes it a shorter day, but it kind of goes faster. But you also anticipate winning that nice build that Ricky was selling raffle tickets for. So that was mainly the biggest announcement as far as for to stick around till 2 o'clock. But and then during the day we were calling out the door prizes. So I definitely do recommend always having a door prize. I talked to Brian early this week about that because for some reason I've been to a lot of shows and there's people who just buy raffle tickets just for the door prize because they just want to be called their numbers. So it's always good to at least do that. Like every paying person that walks in there gets a free ticket at least for the door prizes, and and they can buy extra tickets. And I tell you, every time we call numbers up, everybody stop what they were doing to listen, So
that is the fun part about some of these shows. And me and Susan, me and my wife, we always buy extra tickets, like a lot of tickets to support the club and the show, because that money goes back to the club and it supports the show. So we always make sure that we overbuy. A lot of the times when I win stuff, I have like 4 of the kits already. I always give it away. One time I gave 90% of what I won away, what I won to like a 12-year-old kid that was at the show.
That's I do the same thing. Unless I win a water airbrush or something. But seriously, I do the same thing.
Sorry, kid.
I try to find a kid and I'll give them the kid or whatnot. There you go.
I won the airbrush at the last show.
I did too. Look at that.
I'm the guy that will go buy some more raffle tickets.
So why didn't you?
And I gave it away. I've still got to. Yeah, I've got to go bring it to him Monday.
Nice.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. You're a better man than me. But yeah, I definitely recommend you doing door prizes because people look forward to that and they actually do buy tickets just to get their numbers called, So that's always cool.
I was going to say that I'm the guy that will buy extra raffle tickets and then completely forget that I have raffle tickets in my pocket and walk around. They're out there. Bueller. Raffle ticket number. I'm like, what jerk isn't listening to the time? Blah blah blah. Type of thing.
It's a fun part of the show. It just is.
And just like you said, Ryan, like you support that way, and Chuck, just even if you throw the $20 here. and you forget to, or you're not paying attention, hey, it's like you said, it goes back to the club,
Yep, it's
Yeah.
exactly.
because at the end of the day, even if we're not spending money on awards, you still gotta buy flyers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You gotta buy stuff for the tables. There's always stuff that there's always a cost, no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
the
So
overhead, the overhead, it's not always out of somebody sponsoring you. So like Ricky said,
Yeah.
this year, the first year, he said he wanted to do it on his own, and that's what he did. So
cool. I actually have a question I want to squeeze in here for
Please
Rick.
do.
How long did it take you to put this show together? How long was the planning process?
Well, with that question, I got to tell you, I'm a very impatient person.
Okay.
First of all,
Me too.
Yeah.
I believe that I got the idea in maybe December, January.
Wow.
As soon as I talked to my friend Steve that I live with, and my friend Rob, and a couple other people, and they were like, "Oh, we should do it." I spoke to George and I spoke to Tom Geiger, and they said, "Yeah, it's a good idea." As soon as they said that, Pete came up with a flyer for me, and as soon as I could blast that flyer, I was putting them everywhere.
hmm
Nice.
Everywhere. So,
Would you like to move to Arizona and help us out?
Right. Oh my cow.
it's funny you say that because I help. I'm part of another club. Like I help them because they're friends of mine. They want me to be their hype man and help them with their with their promotion too. Because they said they saw one of my flyers at an antique store, and how that ended up there. I said I go to antique stores, thrift stores, hobby stores, wherever there's something car related. I'm there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So
Well, maybe we should change your on-screen name to Ricky the Promoter.
Right.
that's fine. That's fine.
There you go.
Right.
Well, I got a
And-
quick question for you there, Ricky. Because you didn't have awards, does that mean you also had categories on the tables or no?
There was no categories.
No categories.
That was on purpose also. I figured at a real car show or Cars and Coffee, you pull up, you park your car in an open space, and then either stand by your car or you walk around and look at cars. So I wanted that to carry over into the show where you can put all of your models in one place and then you just go and mingle, or you can stand by your models and talk to somebody about your model. And that's what I saw, people standing and talking about their models. My friend Steve was excited because people were asking about his chopped up Rolls Royce.
Mhm.
You know? So you didn't have to go and put your cars in different categories and tell your friend, "Oh yeah, I have one over there too." They're all in one spot.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. I remember at NNL East, I put some stuff on the table, and then people are like, "What'd you bring?" I'm like, "Well, let's get some steps in." On
Yeah.
this end of the basketball court, I have the big rig, and on this, and at the end of the day, I'd walk 2 miles.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it was a different take, and it made sense because we basically all we did was we laid down tablecloths, we raised the tables. Raising the tables will make it easier to look at. You're not looking down at it. So that's something that I really recommend for everybody to do. So you raise the tables, you put the tablecloths, and basically I just told Ricky all we need to do is do not touch the model signs, because there's always people that are new to that and they don't understand. And you got to be careful with kids and stuff like that. This is all we learn. When we're in the other, when you find yourself in the other side of running a show, rather, when you're attending a show, you're not paying attention. You don't care about kids running around and all like
Right.
that. You just you want to talk to your friends. You want to talk about your model. But when you're running a show, those are things you got to look out for. But yeah, that's what we did. We put do not touch the models on the table, and basically we gave everyone who, whether they brought one model or 12 models or 20, hey, find a spot in these 24 tables and just put them all where you want. If you want to put them, spread them up, that's up to you. If you want to put them all together. And what we saw was that we noticed people in groups talking about their builds. And it's like you said, Brian, you don't have to take somebody for a walk to, hey, my other model's like
Right.
8 tables away.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so kind of you give everyone the freedom to just display their work.
so
All
what
in one, all in one. Where there's a semi, a motorcycle, a muscle car, big scale, small scale, and that's what you saw. You saw variety in all the tables: big scale, small scale, motorcycle. You see a little bit of everything all together, and basically you saw groups of people, big smile on their face because they're actually talking to their best friends or their
yeah.
Yeah.
fellow modelers, artists, as I say it.
It's like a big art show.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely,
Exactly.
absolutely. So I
So what
noticed
I've
that, and it feels so good to see that.
what I've noticed at shows like the IPMS show we just had, right? So we got individual categories, big rigs,
Right.
customs, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
Those guys end up sticking around those areas. If you're a big rig builder, you stay in that area, right? If you're a low rig builder, you stick in that area. So doing that way, you're getting more of a mix and some cross pollination going on, and people making friends outside of their genres. I could see that really being a cool thing. And then as a YouTuber, and I got people for that. No, Linda actually does the filming. I'm curious to know if people will be more interested in seeing, here's a motorcycle, here's a big rig, here's a hot rod, here's a low rider, rather than here's all the hot rods, here's all the low riders, here's all the motorcycles, kind of thing. Mixing it all up for the videos. I think that would be kind of fun too.
Yeah, that's
absolutely
a great point.
Yeah,
it is.
So,
and once
you
you
could
see
change
that,
YouTube.
yeah,
Right.
you absolutely. And once you see the variety, it just like you're just looking at art. It doesn't specifically mean this type of model, this genre, this. It's just art. So no matter what table you go to, you're gonna find something you like or something new. And it's like you said, you're not gonna stick around oh, I only built big rigs, so I'm only gonna hang out there. No, you're gonna walk around the whole thing because you're gonna find big rigs all over.
Right.
Mhm.
And I found that very cool. And you could tell the people were having a good time just in that point alone.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Matt, did you have something you want to say?
Yeah, something I noticed when Lewis Hicks, he was posting pictures like not the show wasn't even over with, and he's posting pictures on the Facebooks. And I noticed something. He had pictures, a few different pictures. I saw like your Honda there, and I saw his red wide body Mustang and a few others. There was like a kind of a diorama setup. It looked like, I think it was a McDonald's or something. Did you guys like bring something there, like a little diorama that people could take their models to and take photos of their own models?
Right.
That is a cool idea. That it's just hey, you had something for people that they could go do their own photo op for their
that is cool.
That is cool.
Very cool.
Can I speak on that?
Please do.
So when I originally planned this show, I was hoping that the club would be interested in bringing the diorama because I had people asking me about the club barbecues and like, oh man, how can we come to the barbecue? What do we have to do? But then the barbecue was mainly for members. So I figured if we bring the diorama to the Cars and Coffee, people can see it in person that didn't get to see it at the barbecue or didn't get to see it at the club show. And, it worked out great. I'm sure George can tell you it worked out great. People were probably around that table like crazy looking at the cool stuff.
Right.
That's awesome.
So
That's awesome. I really like that.
One thing that we do with the diversified scalers that we try to do something different was for our show, a little humble show, like I said, but we always try to build a diorama big enough, and we'll just say, let's just say we'll do let's say the theme is tri-fives, so basically our selling point will be, hey, this is our theme and we're building a diorama for it, so you can actually put your model in the diorama and make it more interesting, something different. And people will bring their model, and they were so happy just to put it in the diorama and take pictures of it and all that stuff. And it's kind of like we're kind of like over here known for that. So now it's kind of like they're expecting a diorama at our show, you know. So
Okay.
I 1 year we did a big diorama of a shopping mall, and we built the club built a Hobby Lobby, UPS store, Five Below, you know, and then
Yeah.
I did I had somebody build me a diorama of a McDonald's, and it was a good display, it was such a big hit that the guy said NNL East is like, you got to bring it to the show, you have to. So it's kind of like our thing where we like to bring a diorama, and it feels good that people enjoyed it and they were able to put their own model in there and take pictures, because it's something different too.
That's
So
awesome.
I recommend it as well, you know. So yeah, we
Do
brought a
you
big diorama here.
do you have somebody that builds a diorama for you, or is it somebody in your club, or what?
We all, as a group, with now it's even like sky's the limit with the 3D printing, you know. So
True.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, it got to the point where everything was scratch built, and now it's to the point where you could even 3D print porta potties, you know. So it's even to the
Yeah.
I
point
gotta
where,
write
you
that
know,
down.
right. so
So it's
so
gonna
you
be
know,
Chuck's hobby splots.
right.
Why do you
So
watch this
I
crap?
mean,
Yeah,
those
exactly.
those de- those details like that, where you know we have opportunity now to just make them better every time we do a diorama. And we just try to change. We'll probably use that diorama 2 years straight, and then we'll switch it up to something else.
That's a great
So
idea.
That's
mhm.
cool.
That is a great idea, because then you can just let people swap out their cars and take pictures, and
Absolutely,
that
yes.
is. I never thought of that. That's really cool.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
and that's the thing that people, you know, there's always like one guy or one or two people who build a big diorama, let's just say of a movie, a drive-in
Yeah.
movie, and you enjoy it, but you like, man, I wish I could put my model in there, you know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you know,
Dioramas they're
I'm sure
awesome.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, and then
Wait.
uh-huh.
What? I gotta, for our younger
Yeah.
listeners. What is a drive-in movie? What is that all about? Is that like watching a
Oh,
movie on your phone in traffic?
did I just show my age?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, you give people the opportunity to do that, and that's something else they look forward to. So, you know, yeah, that was another part of the show that people really enjoyed and gave us good feedback on,
All right. Well,
with the
Nice.
dioramas.
give me some good ideas for what we have going, for what we want to do here.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
Ricky, when you were creating this idea, was George in from the beginning, or did you guys just kind of meet up or what was, how did that work out?
Uh, I think I came to George when I really was sure that I wanted to do it. I have a couple of friends that I spoke to about it, and then I went to George because I know George had done a show. After I talked to George, I reached out to Tom Geiger,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when everything just started to fall into place.
Right on. And you mentioned earlier that Tom was a walking knowledge encyclopedia for shows,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. And he
And
told
go
me
ahead.
everything that I needed to ask a question about. And then when I would talk to George, George would ask me stuff, and I'm like, George, I'm already on top of that. I talked to
Oh,
Tom, and I'm way ahead of you, buddy. But
right on.
Mhm.
so they both were very, very, very helpful.
Right on. Well,
So
if you're
for
passionate about something, you're going to move, right,
Yeah.
Right.
George?
So anyway, I'm sorry to cut you off. So just for Tom Geiger is the president of the guys who run the NNL East, which is the tri-state scale model car club. So, uh, you know, they it's like you said before. One of you guys said that shows well-oiled machine the way it runs, and that's a testament to Tom and the rest of those guys, that crew, that they're done this show for how many 30 something
Yeah,
years.
Tom's been the guy doing that show since the beginning.
Absolutely. So Tom just went to our first show, our little show, and just helped us. And I learned so much from him at he knows the Bible. He has the Bible,
Yeah. He knows.
And so basically, from what I learned from him, I just kind of passed it on to Ricky, and he said, "Yeah, I'm on top of it. I got this, I got that." And then, I reminded him about a couple of things, and the good thing was that since we threw our show, I still have all those things. So we just bought everything that we use at our show, like tablecloths and stuff like that, and we just applied it to his show. Which, at the end of the day, we're the same club, so he knew we were gonna support, even if he didn't ask. he had no choice but to get our help, But Ricky knows. But Ricky's a really humble guy, and he doesn't, but he did an amazing job, getting everything together.
Right on. Well, I tell you what, I'm excited for you guys. I would love to be able to come attend one of those.
Me too.
Yes.
See what the vibe's like. Yeah, because I know the cars and coffee thing is getting to be talked about more and more. Jason's talked about wanting to do something like that.
Yes.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe if you need to, reach out to Tom and see if he can give you some pointers or whatever.
Absolutely. Definitely recommend it. And we're
I
open
don't know,
book,
man.
guys.
I'm thinking I might reach out to Ricky. He did it, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Cool. So
yeah, you got the resource.
Well, you guys are friends now. You can.
Right.
Please do. I'm here to answer any questions.
Awesome.
Good
We're
job.
open book. We're definitely
Sweet.
open book, and we like to we care about this hobby, and we want it to grow, and we welcome anyone else who wants to piggyback on this idea and go for it. We definitely recommend it.
That's awesome. Because I mean, like, there are so many shows like NNL West.
Right.
It was a matter of the membership was just aging. A lot of membership had moved or passed away, and venues are extremely expensive for super large shows.
Yes, absolutely.
So, and that's, I mean, nowadays I think that's the biggest problem is finding a venue you can afford and not be stressed about drawing in a crowd for it. So that would be our issue here. So thankfully we have a benefactor that we can probably talk to and work with in the valley that can help us out. But more on that later. But okay, we're going to open up to the callers. No, just kidding. We're going to open this up to the rest of the hosts, because we all have favorite questions we like to ask our guests.
Oh,
so hopefully you guys remember your questions.
Okay.
Jason, do you have yours?
Of course.
Let's lead with you then.
Wow. Why did I say of course? Okay. Can I assume that the two of you have somewhat of a model stash?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So the zombie apocalypse is upon us.
Could happen.
Could happen. Very much so. You've gotten your family to safety and all that, and you've got enough time to turn around and run back in and grab one of your model kits from your stash. Just one.
Just one.
Which one are you going to look for and grab before you run?
Can I answer for George? I'd grab the bloated beetle.
Do you guys want to see that thing again?
No, it's in my nightmares already.
Yeah, right. It's the zombie beetle. Look at it.
There it is. Yeah, it's all bloated like a corpse.
It looks like a little clown car.
Oh my god! It's a little frog. It's a little frog. So funny. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Man, that's not a bad idea to get at least a beetle. I wouldn't say it would be this beetle. I don't. Vicky, do you want to go first?
For sure.
Okay, go ahead.
I have an oddball one, which I just realized is a kit that I don't want to open, and that's Monogram Revell 87 Thunderbird Turbo Coupe.
No kidding.
Oh,
The original, the first
Yeah.
edition.
Monogram
silver
one
car?
that's red.
Yes.
oh, the red
yeah.
one. Oh,
Nice.
okay. And you don't want to open that one, huh?
I know
I
which
thought
one it
I
is.
thought I wanted to, but then I realized that was a kit that I used to love when I was young, and I don't want to open it.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, dude. You're probably going to be able to get one more model built in before you get eaten by zombies. You might as well open it.
Yeah. I got 2 of those right there.
Oh, he's got 2 of them. He says that's just the boxes. They're not in this. They're on the site.
Right.
They're half built.
I just buy boxes.
My question. Okay, so my question for that one is, it's a build that I built or something that I want to build. That I want to build.
One of your unbuilt kits that's in your stash.
Oh, unbuilt.
Unbuilt.
Ooh,
He's got to look.
man, that's tough. I will probably take it'll probably be an exotic, like something like this.
Oh,
wow.
dude. Yeah.
Lamborghini Liberty Walk, second
Yeah.
edition.
Yeah. So, this is kind of my wheelhouse, something slammed to the ground,
Yeah.
aired
That's
out.
cool.
When I saw that box art at a store, I'm like, that looks like George built that.
I mean, this is my style. That's just one of my styles. So I love that box art too. So I love that box art. So probably that'll be the one that I'll grab.
Nice.
Right
And
on.
it's
Nice.
it's a Eoshima kit. So definitely those are great kits. They're just as good as Tamiya as far as putting them together. So
Cool.
I recommend that one.
Our buddy Chuck here is a big fan of the Lambos.
Yes.
I
love them.
Yes, I do too. I like everything, but definitely that kit. I would probably be grabbing that one.
Right on.
Actually,
Nice.
I bought the detailed up kit for the 50th anniversary of Enerdor.
Oh, nice.
And that's on my
Wow.
shelf, getting ready to be built too. Really, really soon.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Well, why
Can't
don't we
wait
go
to
with
see.
why don't we go with Chuck for the next question for our guys?
My question is 1-to-1 cars. Do you guys have a classic hot rod or a I don't know, import tuner, anything like a real car today, or maybe a favorite that you had in your past?
Okay.
Or both.
Well, me, I built. I'm a Honda guy. I started, when I got my license. I bought my first Honda, and I was into the import scene from the beginning. So it will be a Honda. I do have a Honda that I took to shows and I won awards with it. I still have the car. It's haven't used it in a while. But I plan to get it back out into the shows eventually. But that one was a lot of fun. It's a Honda Civic wagon. It's actually a wagon.
cool.
I'm a wagon guy too.
Nice.
Nice.
I love
yes.
Me
love
too.
wagons. Love
Yeah, I'm
wagons.
a wagon guy. So it was fun. That car was fun. I actually bought it. I bought it because I needed more space because I had my first child. So I wanna rebuild that car, put it back to show quality, just in her honor, because I bought it for her because that was my first child. So yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I'd have to say my favorite car. Anybody that knows me knows it's my favorite car. Some people it throws them off, but 1987 Buick Grand National. One of my favorite cars of all time.
Do you have one?
I wish.
Oh, I thought you had one. I was like, whoa.
Oh, he's
I want his car.
Yeah.
But I drive a rare car. It's a 2004 Mitsubishi Lancer Sportback Rally Art, and they only made them for 1 year.
What?
Nobody won. Yeah, nobody
I
wanted
know
them.
what you're talking about.
Oh,
That's
man.
a freaking cool car.
Those are the cars where you just change the tires and take them out on the course, right?
Yes, they handle it very, very well, and they have a very powerful engine for what it is, for a single cam engine.
Cool.
Holy cow, that's cool.
Does it have the turbo pop off sound and all that stuff?
It's not a turbo. It's just a single cam 2.4. Yeah.
Really?
That's got to be a fun car to drive.
Yeah.
I love it, and it fools people because they think because it's a wagon, it's slow. And I shift my automatic manually, and I drop a gear, and it pulls like a freight train.
Nice.
Yeah, they're fun. Those are fun. Looks good too.
Yeah, thank you.
Another wagon. So we got 2 Subaru Outbacks, and I'm like, can I tinker with the 2016? And Linda's like, no. I'm like, all right. Because what she's hearing is, can I ruin the wagon? No. Okay.
Well, me and Ricky will be bad influence. Linda would not like that.
No worries. Matt, do you remember your question?
I do remember my question.
Well, let's go ahead and do that before you forget.
Okay, thank you. So
time's up. I'll go. Anyway.
I'm going to grab this appropriate kit here because it's about Holy Grail kits. And I finally, thanks to Mike Janis, the model outlaw, gifted me this, which is when I think of Holy Grails, I think of these Aurora Racing Series, especially this engine. Okay. And so what I'm going to ask you, I'm going to put that up there. Do you have a Holy Grail kit that you've never gotten a hold of that you would like to get one of these? What is your Holy Grail kit that you'd like to finally get in your collection?
I know mine. Do you know yours, George?
Go ahead. You could go.
George's going to search the internet real fast.
George already said his was that
the Lambo.
No. The one Brian gave you the hood for, the early one, the Corvair.
Oh, yeah. I want one of them. That's one of them.
What you got, Ricky?
Mine is the AMT open road Chevy van.
The
camper
van. Yeah.
Holy cow. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, it's a rare kit, and
it is
very expensive for no reason because it's not a good kit.
The open road. Oh my gosh, yeah, because that thing goes for stupid money.
Open road was an RV brand back in the 70s, and it was like a brown van, right? The on the kit, was it a brown van with kind of a?
Thought it was black with a motorcycle, right?
No, this one's red with a white raised roof on it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was.
The one that looks like an upside down boat.
Yes. Yeah, that's the one.
The far yes.
Oh yeah, I know which one.
That's funny.
It's brownish red, and like the emblem for open road was like this kind of an arrow goes circular like that. They have it on the side.
Okay, so I gotta ask, why?
He's an RV guy.
I don't know why, because those Chevy van kits weren't that great, but I like vans. I grew up. The first vehicle I drove before I got my license was my dad's Ford van, and for some reason I love vans. I had a conversion van that I got running that sat for 20 years. I just like vans. I think they're cool, and I missed the vanning era. I was too young to really know about it, but the vanning era just looks so cool.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than custom
vans. Yeah, I love 70s custom vans.
Yeah, all the shag carpet and wide wheels and
right.
Yeah.
And a twin CB whip antennas whipping around, catching bats in the air and stuff. Those are the days. And then the TV wing on the top.
Nice. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm sure that part of the 1900s was great.
Yeah, it was. Oh gosh, it was. Well, man, thanks for participating.
Just made me feel old.
When he said 1900s, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm from that.
Get out of here.
At least we had color TV. Oh man, that makes me think of my niece. She's 10 years old, and she's like, "So, what was it like growing up in the 70s?" I'm like, "What?" There's a lot going on I can't tell you about. You're not old enough yet. Anyway, well, I love the fact that you have a Grail kit, but you can't really put your finger on why you love it so much, other than you're just a van guy. So that's cool. So I think that's what a Grail kit should be. Is you can't explain why you love it so much, you just do. You know. George, what have you got?
So, as you know, as you see, I did the Herbie. I'm into movie cars, you know, but I always like to do my own twist on them. I would say I have my Holy Grail here, and,
really?
and one day I'm gonna build it. I'll show you guys in a second. But when I got back into this hobby, I don't know, 7, 8, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, big time, I was looking for this kit, and it was like super stupid money for it. And then I said, man. And then at that point, I was buying kits for $20, $20, $30, you know, at the most. You know, now that's not the case no more. But anyway, I spent $70 on this one at a show, and I was surprised that it was there. But what do you call it? I thought it was a lot of money to buy, but it was like I have to have this kit because I love movie cars. So let me just show you guys real quick.
Oh, that's the Interceptor from Road Warrior. Yeah.
So this is the Aoshima kit, and man, I bought this for $75, and it was on eBay for, I don't know, 200 then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, $75 is a good price.
Yeah, and I looked at it. Everything's bagged inside. It's all new, and man, I this was my Holy Grail, and this is like one of those things when I got back, so I'm gonna wait till I get better. So I think I'm ready to start building it. So this is definitely one of my Holy Grail, and I still would say that I'm happy that I got it. That I was still saying, yeah, that will be it, because I was in love with that car as a little kid watching that movie. I love that movie, and so I definitely wanna handle. You know, I'm not gonna. It's not one of those kits where I'm not a collector. Like I'll build every kit that I buy, you know.
Me too.
But this
I'll never
one
build every kit I have.
Yeah.
Right. Same here. But I definitely want to.
Possible.
It's not possible. But
if I do everything my doctor says, I'll make it. Yeah. If I do everything my doctor says, I might make it to 200.
Right.
But
I definitely there's other versions of this kit. Obviously, the different movies, so I want to actually get the rest of them, but at least I got the first one, which is the main one that I loved. Then you know, actually this is the second movie or whatever, but I like to build all of them, and I can't wait to put my twist in it, because you know I'm you know, I like to build stuff the way they are, but man, I always like to do my own twist, you know. So
I can imagine what this is going to be. I like to see that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that actually leads into my question for you guys.
Yes, it does. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
What a segue.
In the world of TV cars and movie cars, which one from which movie would you want to have as a daily driver in real life?
Ooh, daily.
I
know. Okay,
well,
Ricky's
go ahead,
got
Ricky.
his. Let's go with Ricky.
I want the A-Team van.
Yeah, another van.
That's a good one.
I am not surprised at that one.
That's awesome, man.
I've been obsessed with that van for a long time.
That is I don't remember who it was that created that paint scheme on there, but they knew what the heck they were doing when they came up with that.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
Cool
you know what? It wasn't until I started watching that show in reruns on a better TV that I realized it was actually graphite and black, not just black on black with a red stripe.
Right.
Yeah, there's two different paint schemes depending on the season, I believe.
Oh, was that the deal? Okay, because I thought it was just we had a crappy TV set.
No, because
Which could also be true.
Black. Yeah, there was black and there was graphite, depending on the season.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
I just thought we had a crappy TV.
I watched the reruns too on Pluto, and in one episode there was a Ford van with hubcaps on it.
What?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you need to build that one-off van, just because episode 235 or whatever it was, the Ford, the reverse universe or whatever it was. So that's awesome.
That's great.
What about you, George?
That's a good one. I love the 18 van myself. It makes sense for me to say this Interceptor, but I don't know how practical it will be as a daily. But obviously my favorite of all time will be the General Lee. It's always been my favorite movie car forever. So I would love that car, but probably be this Interceptor. If not that Interceptor, the yellow, black, and the yellow, the one for the first movie, that the other police cars.
The Pursuits.
Yellow, blue, and the
Pursuits.
The Pursuit cars. Man,
those were Falcons.
Yeah,
the Falcons.
crazy.
And let me tell you, man, I could see myself like a big smile driving that thing everywhere.
You'd be the big
it's
bopper.
so cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
You'd be the big bopper.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So definitely one of those three cars, but it doesn't matter. But I would say, even though as much as I love the General Lee, you will see them around, but I don't think you'll see one of these Interceptors or one of these Falcons around as much.
No.
So probably would be one of these.
That'd be a good one.
I tell you what, if you had the Interceptor, people would get out of your way on your way to work. That's for sure.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not New Jersey.
To step out in front of it. What is that?
Exactly.
Awesome.
Probably have a hard time in New Jersey getting gas, being that you guys have to let the attendants to fill them, huh?
Oh,
Right.
is that still a thing out there?
It is.
And they'll be
It's still a
standing there
thing.
for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we're spoiled. I would say we're spoiled there, because every time I drive to a different state, I'm like waiting for an attendant to come serve us. And then somebody's like, get out the car. You gotta pump yourself.
Wait,
man, that's right.
They used to do that in Oregon when I first moved up there. I went up there, I had my truck Gus, and I pulled up to the gas pump, and the guy comes over, let me do that for you. I'm like, oh no, nobody touches Gus but me. He's like, yeah, but it's a state thing. I'm like, I'm gonna stand right here and watch you do everything.
They really do that where you're at?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So in Oregon, you could, well, this is what my experience is, but you could tell when you had one of the new pump guys was new to their job, because they would leave the pump in while they go get the credit card information from the person. And then they come back and hand the credit card back to the person. The person drops the car in gear and drives off with the gas pump nozzle still attached to the car. Because I watched the car going down the road the opposite direction with the gas pump nozzles, drailing fuel and stuff. And I pulled into the gas station that had just pulled out of, and the one attendant's yelling at the other, goes, "That's the second one this month."
Oh shit.
I'm like, oh cripes, okay.
That's crazy.
It's been a fun time with you guys. I know I've enjoyed myself. Hopefully our hosts have as well.
Absolutely.
Best show ever.
Best show ever up to this point.
Ever.
Actually, it was a pretty good show, actually.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
We appreciate you guys.
I do want to give a shout out, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know if some of you guys remembered, a couple of years back, there was a website called scaleworld.net. Where
I think so.
you were able to you were able to submit your builds and whatnot. So he went down, I don't know, maybe around COVID area. I'm not sure. I hope I'm right about that. But anyway, he started it back up. So which means it's a website pretty much for you to feature your cars. He will also have upcoming events and stuff
Oh,
like
nice.
that. So the guy that runs it is Pete from our show. He does our flyers. He does all that stuff. He's good at marketing and all that stuff. So he actually did Ricky's flyer there. Posted up there for his coffee, Model Cars and Coffee show. So I just basically want to give him a shout out and pretty much let me flip this over so you guys can see the website on my iPad. Can you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Right. So if you go to scaleworld.org, you
Matt, can you
can
put on center?
right. You can do I have it centered? You guys can see that?
Yeah, Matt, can
Oh,
you
yeah.
blow them up?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So
There we
you
go.
go on there and you can submit. You say there's a submit for feature. So basically he'll put you in rotation. You know, you fill out the questionnaire and build details, and then he'll put you in rotation and he'll let you know when your model will be built, and then he scattered it all around Instagram, Facebook, and then it's cool. And I just wanted to shout him out because he's a supporter of this whole hobby, and he's a club member, and definitely want to spread the word that he's back. He put the website back up, and it's scaleworld.org now. So
Oh, right on.
if you
George,
guys can
George,
give it a shot. Yes.
do you know you
I
got a
got it right
frog on
here.
your table?
You got a frog.
There's a
Yeah.
frog on my table too, guys.
There you go. Yep, got it right here.
Awesome.
Right up
Right
over here.
on. Yes.
Right on.
So if you guys don't mind, just spread the word, and
The word has been
give
spread.
give a follow. Before we leave, one thing I just want to touch on about doing a show, the type of show that Ricky did. Um, you know, not knowing that you're going to the show, not worrying about any specific class, any award, who you're gonna compete with. It takes the pressure off for any type of builder, whether it's a good build,
Hmm.
a veteran builder or a new builder. Like just to go have fun and just put something on the table and just talk about it without thinking about no pressure of where to put the model, or worrying about who has a better model. No, just having fun, talk to your fellow artists, modelers, friends, and learn from each other. And trust me, when you go to those type of events like that where it's just a hangout, you'll love it a lot better than competing. And
Yeah.
that's I just want to add that on to let people know pretty much what we witnessed, and the feedback was all positive.
That's
So
great.
so
What I'm hoping to start seeing is like, we're all kind of already getting it going. It'd be great to see this with the success you guys had and all the positivity, is that we start seeing more shows like this.
yes.
There's definitely going to be one here in Phoenix, and it sounds like there's going to be one in over there in the Northeast by that
Yes.
Blocks guy.
With that said, Ricky, let them know about next year.
So next year, the date is March 22nd, 2026, obviously. And I'm happy to say that we're going to have the bigger side of the venue. So it's going to be
Awesome.
double the space.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah. So, and I think I have some more sponsors coming on too. I didn't even really reach out to ask for sponsors. I have sponsors asking me, which is a good feeling because, like George said, I try to be as humble as possible. I'm not.
Right.
I don't really like asking for stuff, but if
Yeah.
somebody's willing to help, I'm not going to turn it down.
Well, I think we'll have to do the thing right now, whereas the Scale Model Car podcast, maybe we'll be like to help sponsor your show somehow as well.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
Appreciate
I
that,
appreciate
guys.
We'll send you a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah, that. And definitely we will plug the show. You get us the flyers and stuff. We'll put them on our all our separate what do we do? YouTube.
Social medias, yeah.
The YouTubes.
Instagram.
And by all means, like on our Facebook groups, that's what they're for. Just plaster it all over.
Yeah.
As many times as you want. There's no limit. Just plaster
Absolutely.
that flyer all the time.
We all have a Facebook group. And reach out to us and
absolutely.
Anytime you want to advertise anything.
Yeah, just put it up.
Thank you. I
Right.
appreciate
Because
it.
not everybody follows all of us at the same time. So, you can get maybe one or two persons. No. Anyway, enough of that.
Absolutely. No.
Right.
We're gonna start following all those groups and putting our spreading the word. At the end of the day, guys, we're all in this together.
Heck,
Oh,
yeah.
Where you're from.
Exactly.
That's what we do all this for.
Mhm.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm
Yep.
just in it for the coffee, honestly.
Yeah.
What? No trophies?
No.
Ah.
Yeah,
No.
no trophies.
Yeah. Give me a
Right
high
on.
five, Chuck. Come on, Chuck. Give me a high five. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All right. We're going to go ahead and close this one out. So we're going to have Jason lead us in what's that prayer? Jason, in the closings.
Oh,
Go ahead,
yes,
Jason.
we're going to pray that I can do this correctly. If you haven't, please consider giving us a 5-star review. It helps to promote and push the podcast out there to the masses in all sorts of different ways. Also, please go check out modelpodcast.com to find other great modeling podcasts. You will find a podcast centered around whatever you enjoy building, from armor, planes, cars, to Gundams and figures. It's all there. Next, there's an email in the About section of the podcast. Please reach out with any questions, concerns, topic suggestions, even hate mail for any one of us. We all deserve it in one way or another.
Oh boy.
Also,
Some more than others.
we have a Facebook that you can also join, share pictures, share your builds, contact us there, ask for advice and help. It's all right there. The Scale Model Car Podcast Facebook group. You just got to answer 3 small little questions to get yourself in, and you can start enjoying that.
Perfect.
Awesome.
That
Good
is
job.
it. Hey, thank you. See, somebody finally, after, what is it, 38, 37 episodes, somebody
37
finally said
episodes.
good job.
Good job.
Hey, Jason,
What?
you did an all right job, I guess.
Not really.
That's high praise. That's
Yeah.
high praise.
Yeah,
Not
there
really.
it is. Just like home.
Well, since you want to be Mr. Smartass, you get to lead us in the goodbyes there, Matt.
Okay, let's do that. Well, everyone, this is me, Luka Cee, a.k.a. Matt, from the Luka Cee Channel. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Chuck.
Bye, guys.
This is Chuck
Thank
from
you.
Chuck's Hobby Spot. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Till next time.
George.
This is George, Vision 124. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you follow and share and support this podcast and every podcast around this hobby. Thank you.
Ricky.
This is Rick the Builder signing off. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate y'all.
It was our honor, my friend. Thank you. Jason.
Yeah, this is Jason from the Blue Ox Model Shop. I want to say thank you to Ricky and George for joining us. Thanks for tuning in and listening. And to you guys that are now watching, we really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one.
Right on.
Right on.
And this is Mr. BG saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for participating and doing all the awesome emails. We love that stuff. We also want to say thank you to our friends, Iceman Collections, VCG Resins by Reese, Scale Model Garage, and White Tanks Hobbies for being good friends of the channel. And we want to also mention that that Jason and I like to do a live cast or once in a while on Sundays. So please come watch us build and bull there. That's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
Right.
Plug it.
And then it's a Sunday live stream, which is what, 8 o'clock Eastern time? Is that correct?
No, it is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time.
There we go.
It's simulcast on both my channel and my good friend Mikey, the Scale Model Outlaw, his channel. Sometimes I might not be there. Sometimes he might not be there, but it will always be broadcast on the channel.
Very good.
Awesome.
And then I've been included in that too, so it's been a lot of fun because it's keeping me honest about getting some bench time in at least once a week. And Mrs. BG is very happy because it gives her a break. She can go watch her Grey's Anatomies at that time. Let's see. Also, remember to check out the AMC Livecast. Those guys do it every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. Lots of fun to tune in and watch those guys and participate in the chat. So give them some love. But in the meantime, y'all take it easy. We'll see you in the next one. And the final thoughts for our show is, I'd rather attend a Cars and Coffee than a Ships and Dips. Thanks again to Ricky and George. We'll talk to you in the next one, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, we are recording now. So
Okay.
from this
Oh,
point
God,
on,
no.
if anybody says anything that they would like to have removed, too bad.
Too bad.
All right. So,
Wait, hold on. Matt just said something I'd like to have removed.
okay. What was that? Hello?
No, he said Chuck.
Oh,
He wants to remove Chuck.
Who does?
that? I just clicked this button.
Nothing.
Here.
Over your head, bro.
Yeah, no joke. It left a burn as it went over.
I got a quick story to tell that probably none of you will be interested in.
Yeah. Let me go to the bathroom. Go ahead. Is that too soon?
I'm done with that story.
All right.
I don't know. I wanted to share. I think it was more exciting to me than in my head. It sounded more exciting.
Well, I was actually fascinated by it. Unfortunately, I took that opportunity to choke on my water.
Skewed that as a so
No, that was just me dying. Unless there's anything else, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to read
tell
through
another story.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Did you guys sign the disclosure?
Oh,
That's what that was.
in crayon. Yeah.
Can you guys hear I've got my fan going. Can you hear that? On the
I can't
microphone?
hear what you're saying over the fan.
Stuffy in here, and last night was taco night. So,
Dude,
make
it's
your own
probably
conclusions.
your only fan. Let him do what he's going to do.
Scaledworld.net.
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, George, you went away.
You dropped
Guess that was
out.
it.
Oh no.
Well, at least he got the shout out before he whoop. Let me tell you, that was a photo finish. Oh, please, I've got to go so bad.
So there you go. This last time, I didn't have a lot of time to do anything with the guys, so I did a quick Beavis and Butt.
That was pretty good.
Which Chuck is a big fan of. I don't think Jason's heard it yet.
No, what was
Gosh,
Matt was supposed to send the link. Nobody sent it to me.
I've sent
you
it
a link
twice.
over Facebook.
I seen it. Matt sent it to our
I sent it to you on
You did?
Facebook Messenger also. Yeah.
He did. Yeah, I seen it.
What?
I've sent it to our group message.
It's pretty funny.
I think I have Alzheimer's or something because I don't remember seeing that. You know what? Maybe I did listen to it and it was hilarious.
It's the best part of the show.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, actually.
Best commercial ever. Okay.
Ever.
All right. Let's come back. We'll do a 3-second countdown. Let's come back to the show here, and then we'll talk to George and Ricky in earnest. So,
what the hell does he have to do with it?
Well, he's our sponsor. Let's go ahead and kick this football.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do this Captain Kirk style. No, I'm not.